Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and today we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Reunion Part 1. And before we get started, let me just say, Heather, you made yourself look so bad. The way I'm about to be going in on Heather, so if you happen to be a Heather Gay fan, you might want to log right on off and watch somebody else. But I don't care what anybody says. Lisa and Meredith were the winners for me. I feel like a lot of y'all feel the same way too. Okay, yes, Lisa and Meredith cleared as usual. Yes, I like Lisa in the first part. I think Bronwyn, Mayor, and Lisa landed blows that were gag worthy. Heather's chin gets longer each time she lies or leaks something to the press. I'm screaming. Lisa was that girl last night. Yes, she was. Lisa carried this first part of the reunion. Oh, you think Lisa flopped? Oh, okay. Well, I don't. I think Heather flopped. Heather flopped. And I have all my notes and I will let you know why I feel that Heather flopped. Flopped severely. Okay. Lisa took my tips. Yes. Lisa had me gagged, honey. Can't wait for you to whack Heather. I love you, Brooke, but I can't stand Lisa at all. Okay, no, I love you too. I love you down. But you might not want to watch then, because when I tell you I'm going all the way in on Miss Heather Gay, I'm giving Lisa all her tens. Yes, Lisa silencing Fraudron with that. What do you do? Exactly. Okay. Listen, y'all. When I tell y'all, I hope y'all are in good spirits. We're gonna have a good time today. We're not gonna be too long because the first part didn't really give a whole lot. This first part was a bit stale for me. I feel like we had too much filler. Angie bringing up how it was her 100th episode. That part did not need to be. That wasn't needed to me. Yeah, there was a lot of filler. I feel like this does not need to be 3 parts. Okay. Hey, Jameer, how are you? Jameer, are you ready? Are you ready? Guys, I'm not going to hold you. After last night's live and all the foolishness that went down, I was just close to saying, okay, no more lives. Let's go back to pre-recorded videos because the foolishness that broke out in those last 5 minutes, I said, wait, what? So we're going to have a nice time. I have upped the restrictions. I've made it even stricter. So there should not be any nonsense, foolishness, or fighting in the chat today. Okay. It's going to be a nice time. Lord willing. Okay. You said, Jameer, stay ready. Yes, honey. No, Brooke, we love the lives. Honey, it was some foolishness in last night's live. Foolishness broke out. In the last 5 minutes, I was shocked. I was speechless. I was gagged. I had to end the live. It was some nonsense. Babe, you said you left the live confused. Honey, I was confused right there with you. I said, wait, what? How did we go from here? How did we get here? Honey, oh, it was a tussle, baby. They were fighting down in the chat. I said, wait, hold up. What happened? Baby, you said you were scared. Honey, I said, they were fighting down at the Ritz-Carlton. I said, what is going on? This is a classy establishment. We don't do that here. Don't bring that mess over here. Okay, we have fun. Okay. You left the live confused and annoyed. Yes, very much so. Baby, listen. Oh, no. Listen, honey. A mess. You said it was a bar brawl, honey. I said, y'all, I don't want to see any initials for anything, baby. I'm scared. Okay. I don't want to see any initials. Okay. I'm scared. Let's not. Brooke, did you go after the bus drivers again? No, I did not. Baby, they had Jameer. Jameer said that he was drinking after the live ended. I said, my God, y'all had Jameer drinking. Y'all had Jameer stressed and drinking. I said, my God, today. Oh, no. Child, just a mess. But honey, we are here. We are in good spirits. Y'all don't bring any foolishness over here. All right, y'all. Yes, honey, nerves shot, honey. Y'all had Jameer going like this. He was sipping his drink. He said like this. honey. Shout out to everybody. I have fun. Lord have mercy. Just a mess, just foolishness, just pure foolishness. But honey, we are back. We are here. We are having a good time. All right. And yes, honey, doing the Bethany Frankel, very much so. That meme of her when she was in Miami. Yes, and she's sitting up there drinking her skinny girl margarita like this. She could barely drink. Y'all had Jameer like this last night, honey. I almost dropped my 28,000 on the floor. Now let's make these plays for these men. Exactly. The Lisa Contrarians are going to be in rare form today. No, they're not, because I upped the restrictions I'm prepared. I'm super prepared for this live. I have made hella restrictions. I made it super strict now. So if the Lisa Contrarians want to come in, they will be sadly mistaken. I'm not dealing with any more stupidity in these chats. We're here for a good time. Please, it's a peaceful place. I'm a good time. We're here to have a good time. If you're not on that type of time, exit stage left, because I promise you, if Jameer don't get you, YouTube's going to get you. So don't come with that. They better not come with that nonsense today. Oh, honey, I'm prepared. I am prepared. So, but anyways, y'all, we don't have a minute to spare. Okay, y'all? So anyways, y'all, let's get on with this recap, okay? So we open up, and usually when it comes to reunion days, we do see them getting ready in their chairs in their dressing rooms. Andy walks in to see how they're doing. This time around, baby, we got right to the mess. There was none of that this go round. They just are right there on the stage, and we started off. I'm not going to hold y'all. I feel like Heather had the worst look out of everybody. Every time that camera kept panning to Heather's face and that dress, horrible. Heather, I don't know who told you to put that outfit on, but it was not giving anything. On top of that, did Heather get more filler or something? Because whatever's going on with Heather's face now, it's like shape shifting. The shape of her face is now giving handsome Squidward. Remember when Squidward got his face done and he was all chiseled and the cheekbones were real? Like, I don't know what's going on with whatever Heather did. Heather, reverse it. Reverse it, because I don't know what's going on. But I say, yeah, Heather, girl, this look was a complete fail. Just a mess. Like, yeah, it was like shape-shifting, very much handsome Squidward when he was just really chiseled he was chiseled down. And the cheekbones were popping. It was just, I don't know what she was trying to do, but I was like, girl, reverse it, please. No, I'm serious. No, I could not stop staring at her face. I said, something has gone, like something's off. I don't know what she got done, but whatever she got done did not take. I'm gonna just leave that there, child. Heather's her hair looks stringy and greasy. It was teased, but then it was in that ponytail. I don't know what, girl, the whole look was a fail, from the makeup to the outfit to the filler to the hair. I just said, Heather, girl, this was a mess. She was better off having a regular blowout. She was better off wearing a pantsuit or a skirt and a blouse, because this outfit was it was a fail. A mess. So anyhow, I feel like, again, Lisa, Meredith, and Angie looked the best to me. Everybody else, it was a no. I didn't like Bronwyn's look. I didn't like the yellow dress. It just washed her out. Yeah, Bronwyn, no. Whitney, it was okay. Mary's look did not do it for me. So now, anyhow, I have one question. Why was Whitney sitting on the same couch as her ops? Because we all know, Andy has said it time and time again, when they do the placements, the seating placements, it's always the people who have conflict sit on the opposite sides. Why wasn't Whitney sitting on the same couch as her cousin / best friend? Why was she on the same couch as Lisa and Meredith, two people that she can't stand? I was really surprised by that seating arrangement. I said, girl, the obsession is real, because you should be sitting with Angie and Heather and Bronwyn, not with the two folks that you hate. It was weird. So anyhow, Andy is asking Meredith, what is her goal for this reunion? And Meredith says, before I can even address anything, I need to ask Whitney one question that will change the trajectory for this reunion for me. Whitney, when we spoke at BravoCon, you said that there were things that you wanted to clear up. Whitney says, yes, I would love to clear the floor. She does admit that she drank a whole lot at BravoCon. She's a happy and loving drunk and likes to love on people. Now, Whitney, I told everybody when I got back from BravoCon, because I was at your taping for the Watch What Happens Live holiday special, you were drunk boots, mama. Okay? You were good and drunk. You were sitting up there. You almost fell. You walked across the stage several times. They had to stop filming several times because you kept getting up. Andy was like, can you please sit down? Producers had to sit you down. They had to like pull you and say, girl, sit down. Like, stop doing this. You were a liability on that set. So girl, don't downplay it. Don't downplay anything. You were good and drunk. You sat in Lisa's lap. You sat in Heather's lap at one point. You were just all over the place. If you could have sat on Andy's lap, you would have done that too. But Andy was not pleased. He was annoyed. And you were just, you were completely shit-faced. It is what it is. And I had a front row seat. I was right there. Okay. So anyhow, she says that she tried to talk to Meredith during BravoCon and apologize for how things have fallen apart between them and how she wants to be her friend. Whitney, things have fallen apart because of you and Heather's actions. That's why it's fallen apart between you and Meredith. Like, I hate how you and your cousin have this tendency to play the perfect victim when you guys are actually the villains. It's crazy to me. So now Meredith says, no, you asked me why can't we be friends off camera and leave camera on? And that's where you started. And I said, I can't do that. So now Whitney interrupts her. And then then Meredith says, no, you said I was pushing you away. You said that I don't like that you call me a liar. Well, don't lie about me. So Whitney says, you lie. Wait, no, sorry. I apologize. Meredith says, I can't do that. Like, they're one and the same for me. And now Whitney says, you lied about me. I did not retract from anything that I said. You went and lied. So Meredith says, girl, stop. You were falling down drunk. Your husband had to carry you up the stairs. And again, I saw it with my own two eyes. Whitney was trashed. Mama was good and lit. I mean, she had at least baby, she was out. Like, she was good, just zooted. Okay. That's the long and the short of it. So now Whitney's like, at BravoCon, it's a drinking moment, a happy drinking moment. I will never do that again. I'll never be your friend again. And I said, Whitney, you think that somebody wants your friendship? Nobody cares. Like, girl, nobody is waiting. Like, baby, nobody is dying to have your friendship. Who do you think you are? So now she says, my intention was I always loved you. I always had your back. When have you had her back? You always throw people under the bus. Like, what are we talking about here? Let's not forget how you attacked Meredith in season 2, I believe, when her father was on his deathbed. So what are you talking about? You're not a good friend to anybody. And you and Heather have that perfect Karen behavior down pat, where y'all throw rocks, hide your hands, and you want to act like, why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything. I'm a good friend. I love you. Well, all while stabbing somebody in the back. You do it constantly. So now she goes on to say that Lisa has said horrible things about her. Lisa was like, girl, don't involve me in it. You guys have all said horrible things about her. Talk about what you said. Don't bring me in it. At the end of the day, Lisa has talked bad about Meredith. Season 2, that infamous hot mic moment. She's more than made up for that. They're still friends. So y'all trying to bring up what Lisa said in the past, it doesn't hold any weight. You guys will not rest until Lisa and Meredith are no longer friends, and it's not going to happen. Those women are connected. They are pretty much like sisters at this point. And if they could get through Lisa's hot mic moment, they're good, right? So y'all are really playing a losing game, trying to break up their friendship. It's pathetic. So now Whitney says, Lisa, shut it. So now Meredith says she does not need to shut up. Don't tell her what to do. Lisa says, girl, don't bring me in this. So now Whitney says she always talks for Meredith. Look what happened at BravoCon. You lied on me. Now let me just say this. And let me say this, Greg. Girl, the way you and Heather tag team, folks, the way you guys are always interrupting, interjecting, and inserting yourselves. If Lisa does want to stick up and speak for Meredith, she can do that because you guys do that constantly in this group. So what are y'all talking about? It's so funny how you and Heather play by a different set of rules, but they all had to fall in line with what you guys say. You guys are allowed to insert yourselves and interject and stick up for each other, but God forbid somebody else does the same thing. Now it's a problem? No, thank you. So now, Whitney says, I stand by everything that I saw on that plane. I stand by everything that I said about your life. So Andy's like, well, Meredith, now that you have your answer, how will the trajectory of the night go? And Meredith is like, girl, like, I guess. I mean, like, she doesn't really have an answer because Whitney's on some BS. So now Whitney's asking Meredith if she's going to apologize to her for lying about her. Meredith says, I did not lie on you, Whitney. You're the one who lied and didn't like that you were called out. So Whitney says, I already owned that I was drunk at BravoCon. I already apologized to Andy. So Andy's like, look, we were just nervous that you might not make it across the stage. And when Andy's over a topic, he's like, all right, let's move on. So now we see Meredith whispering to Lisa, and she says how she wants us to believe that she remembers our conversation, knowing that she was drunk as anything. And I said, exactly. This argument does not hold any weight. Whitney, you were, girl, and I'm not trying to put anything out there, but you were like one step below blackout drunk. And when you get drunk, you can't remember what happened the night before. Like, let's be real. If you've ever gotten super drunk, if you've ever gotten shit-faced, if you've ever almost blacked out, you know that after a certain point, you don't remember what happened. So I highly doubt that you remember what happened that night. Like, I'm so sorry, Whitney, but like, you're not going to sit up here and pee on my leg and tell me that it's raining. Stop. Yes, she was white girl wasted. Very much so. Very much so. Whitney didn't have a choice but to address that she was wasted at BravoCon. Everybody knew. Yeah, everybody knew. You said, I blacked out last week and I remember nothing. And Whitney's not a happy drunk. She's messy and too touchy. Very much so. She doesn't remember. And she's embarrassed about it. She wants to save face now. So stop. She most definitely said she took back her allegation, looked like just a whole fool. Hey, Cheap 83 by 21. Thank you for the super chat. Lisa ate Heather up. I might be a new fan. Yes, she ate her right on up, honey. Heather's face was cracked. Hey, Devonta Franklin 5068. Thank you for the super chat. Yay, I made a live child. I feel like I got a Golden Globe. Lisa and Meredith made a pact to have each other's back. Lisa was confident. Oh, yeah, she was. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. She wants to use her father's addiction to say she knows what it is, but addiction can be hereditary. And we can see you have a horrible rep with alcohol. Yeah, I think that Whitney needs to focus on herself. Stop trying to diagnose other people and focus on yourself, because Meredith could have really been low and said, girl, you want to talk about me, but you're sitting up here stumbling over at BravoCon. And it's giving, do you have a problem? It's giving, do you need to go to AA? Because Whitney was drunk boots. Me and several other people, other bloggers and content creators who were there at that taping, we all saw it with our own two eyes. The audience members saw it, so stop. It made its way on the blogs. So it's like, girl, if I were you, I wouldn't say too much. I would not say too much about somebody else having a problem. Because how she was at BravoCon, it was giving, girl, are you all right? Are you okay? Hey, D Nicole 6617. Thank you for the super chat. If you don't mind me asking, I'm not trying to troll or start something. What is it about Lisa that you like? Respectfully, I'm not being rude. I know I have to preface that. I think that I like somebody who rattles people. I like somebody where no matter the good, the bad, the ugly, they know who they are and nobody can tell them who they are. And at the end of the day, Lisa has everybody in a tizzy on this show. This show centers around her because they make her their storylines. Without Lisa, there's not really no storylines. And that's not even saying that as a fan or whatever. That's just the truth. Heather is obsessed. Heather and Whitney are obsessed. Yes, Lisa does not give an F about what people think about her. I think that you can call her whatever you want to, but you can't shame somebody who's unashamed. And I wish that more people had that mentality, because Heather and Whitney represent most people in the world who have low self-esteem and they hate to see other people who like themselves, because it doesn't matter if you don't like Lisa. She likes herself enough for everybody. So the cast is obsessed with her. Oh, very much so. Very much so. Very much so. Lisa knows who she is. Yes. Whether you like her or not, Lisa knows who she is, and you cannot take that away from her. And I like somebody. I like a woman who knows who she is, and nobody can rattle her. No matter people like her, don't like her, in the middle, indifferent. It's like, baby, I don't need you to like me. I don't need your approval. Period. Yes, she does not need their validation, and they're very upset about it. Very upset about it. So that, well, why do I have you crying? What happened now? I'm just telling, I mean, what, you're crying at my response? What happened? Lisa Barlow, the $28,000 queen. Oh my God, I made the cut to comment. I wish I loved myself like Lisa loves herself. Yes, they're obsessed with her. First half of the season was trying to take her down and it failed. I really can't stand her, but I do respect her confidence. Yes. Yeah, Heather's also single white female for Lisa. I'm not a fan of Lisa, but I can give her her due. She's self-assertive and knows who she is. I can't say that for others. Yes, very much so. So, listen, it just, you said it's the truth. Being confident and a bit delusional about your abilities will get you far. It will. Heather's wanted to be Lisa's friend since college. Very true. So, Lisa's not a bully. I love that, which I cannot say for the rest of them. I agree. Listen, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. Just my 2 cents. I think that I've been very consistent since season 1, since the show came out, that the heart of the matter, the root of all this drama is because Heather has very low self-esteem, and Heather feels like it's not fair that somebody like Lisa is still accepted into the Mormon church. And she is, she drinks, has an alcohol business. She doesn't follow all the Mormon rules and doctrine, and she's still accepted. And the fact that Heather did everything right and is ostracized, she's up there's just anger about that. The fact that Lisa knows who she is and Heather at her big age still does not know who she is, that rattles her. And even in life, a lot of people with low self-esteem, they don't like being around people who are confident. And every time I say that, I always get pushback. You always get some people saying, oh, you just like Lisa so much. You got a problem. Like, it's like, I'm just telling the truth. Like, this is not about liking Lisa. I'm just objectively speaking, you cannot deny that she rattles these women because a lot of them have low self-esteem, period. So just saying. Yes, Whitney and Heather. They both have an obsession with her. So, both. Okay. So anyhow, we now get to Lisa. Heather, Andy's like, all right, it's time for Lisa and her segment. We play her montage. And now we see, now Andy goes on to ask Heather if she still considers Lisa to be a risky friend. So Heather says, yes, I do. I feel like she plays high stakes and fight to the death. And it's her way or the highway. So Lisa says, well, I think that Heather is a snaky friend. So Heather is angry. Now, girl, how do you sit up here and read her about being a risky friend and saying that it's her way or the highway, but now you get mad when she calls you out about the truth about you, because you are a snake. And baby, the way I'm about to wear you out all episode, all recap long, because you tried it. You tried it. And the jealousy jumped out several times, especially at the end when you questioned her business. Because my question for you is, where was this questioning when Jen Shah was over there scamming? Jen Shah had a business that made no sense. You didn't question her one time. This woman has a real business and you want to question her? So Heather, I'm on your behind from now until the end of this recap, because you tried it several times, girl. You just, the hate that you have for her makes no sense, and you talk out two sides of your face. But I'm gonna get you. And also, girl, don't you ever call anybody a risky friend. Baby, you pulled the riskiest stunt that we've ever seen. You lied about your black eye. You had us believing that production or somebody set you up in the middle of the night. You could have gotten the whole show canceled. You almost had everybody down on the chow line. Y'all were almost about to be filing for unemployment because one, the ratings for that season were so horrible, season 3. 2, the fact they did a whole investigation and you were still up there lying, saying, oh, you know what? I banged my eye on the faucet. You sat up there and lied to Andy Cohen and said, well, I really don't know what happened. Somebody might have come in and punched me in the middle of the night. I don't know if it was production. Girl, you had everybody out here. Their jobs are all on the line. Folks are almost not going to be able to feed their families because of your lie. So if anybody's risky, it's you. And I will never forget that, because what you did was really weird and just raggedy and just trifling. Why would you lie about a black eye? And for you to still be friends with somebody who socked you in the eye, that's some true loser behavior. Because there's no way you could never put your hands on me and then us be friends. Never. You were still kikiing and ha-ha and slapping 5 in the words of Funky Dineva. You were still sitting up there playing patty cake with somebody who socked you in the eye. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sorry, you can never call Lisa a risky friend when Jen Shah was there and punched you. So stop. So anyhow, Heather's like, name one time that I've been snaky. I said, girl, we can go back from season 1. If I were Lisa, I would have been so petty. I would have said, Andy, play the tapes from season 1, please. Play the tapes right now. Play the footage. You've been a snake the entire time, girl. So anyhow, Lisa brings up the whole rumor about Todd making out and farting, and how Heather told Angie to bring that up on camera because that's just how sneaky she is. And Lisa was like, you told Angie that it would be funny if that was brought up on camera. So now Angie's like, well, you told multiple people. Lisa's like, no, girl, at the airport, you whispered to me that Heather put you up to it because she thought it would be a funny joke. So Angie's like, I didn't do that. I'm a good person. Now, Angie, I'm going to also get on you because you will do anything for camera time. You will do anything to stay on this show. And Angie, I've said this from the time that you appeared. I said, Angie, you have your good moments, but baby, the desperation that you have to be famous supersedes your good moments. Because Miss Mamas, if they tell you to do whatever, you'll do it. Because you are so thirsty and desperate for some camera time, baby. So I believe that you did it happily and said, okay, yeah, that'll be a really funny gag to say that on camera. Girl, stop. Don't sit here and say, oh, I'm a good person. I would never do that. Girl, stop. Please. Yes, Angie's very much desperado. Very much so. She was pathetic for that. Oh, absolutely. Because if we're sitting up here gossiping, having a kiki off camera, that's between us girls. Don't bring that up on camera. It's like, wow, I can't even trust that we could ever just have a cute little gossip session. My God. So anyhow, Lisa says, Heather, you encourage Angie to do that. So Heather says, you don't think it's snaky to hold your hair over your mouth and say that about Bronwyn? I said, now Heather, first of all, when did you become Bronwyn's biggest fan? You can't stand Bronwyn. And that's the gag. The biggest gag to me is the fact that Bronwyn, you're over here siding with Heather, and Heather still can't stand you. Heather is only tolerating you out of default. She's doing it because she wants to get back at Lisa for whatever twisted reason. But she's using you as a pawn. You think that you're actual friends. Baby, Heather can't stand you. She hates your guts. She still thinks that you're weird and whatever have you. And now Heather wants to sit up there and say, oh, girl, you were talking bad about Bronwyn. Girl, you don't care. You've said worse about Bronwyn. You were over there calling that woman every sorts of liars and weirdos all last season and some of this season. You were making a big deal about how she made you feel like you weren't a good mother earlier this season. So stop. Yes, she's very manipulative. Heather is very manipulative, very much so, very. So now we have Lisa saying, well, my reaction to that when you're ready to listen and not tag team because you're codependent in your responses and actions. So Heather's like, oh, that's really rich saying that we tag team. And I said, but you do tag team. And hold on. Can we talk about how Lisa had Heather gagged with that tag team line? Because every 5 minutes, Heather's there. Oh, are we tag teaming? Are we tag teaming? I said, oh, girl, you are pressed by that comment. Like she really hurt your feelings saying that you tag teamed. So anyhow, Heather's like, you guys tag team about Lisa and Meredith. So Lisa says, girl, I'm solo, honey. I ride solo. I don't need to tag team anybody. I said, I know that's right. I said, let them know, Greg. Let them know. So Heather's like, why does Lisa ride for you so hard? So Meredith says, it's not riding for me. It's called being a supportive and loyal friend. Like, I don't need anybody to ride for me. So Lisa's like, riding's a very Utah thing. So Heather's like, well, girl, you're from Utah. Baby, Lisa was like, no, I'm not, honey. I am not from Utah. Baby, I just got here. Don't put me in all this mess. So Heather's like, how long have you lived here, Lisa? You're a real housewife of Salt Lake City. So Lisa's like, baby, my DNA is not Utah. And Andy was like, well, what's your DNA? So Lisa says, my DNA is New York, thick and through. I said, now, Lisa, girl, respectfully, you were born in upstate New York, like 3 hours away from the city. On top of that, you moved to Utah when you were like a teenager, 15, 16. So I just like, girl, you've been in, and you're what, like 47, 48? You've been living in Utah for the last 30 years. So, I mean, to say that New York is in your DNA, I'm like, I don't know about that because I said, girl, I said, Lisa, you have me screaming, girl, love you down, but the way Heather had me screaming in this one moment, because even Heather was just like, girl, you are not from no damn New York. Like, can you stop? Like, you're from Utah. Just claim Utah, sis. Like, it's okay. You're in Utah. You're not a real housewife of New York. You're a real housewife of Salt Lake City. So just claim Salt Lake City. But she was like, no, baby, I am a New Yorker, honey. She said, I'm a New Yorker, honey, through thick and thin, baby. Lisa up there. Lisa's from like what? Syracuse or Schenectady, or she's like 3.5 hours away, child, and talk about she's from New York. She's a New Yorker. Oh my gosh. I was yelling so hard. That part had me screaming. So now Andy's asking Mary, what does she think about Lisa being a risky friend? Mary says, absolutely. Lisa was like, girl, how am I risky? Cite your sources. I said, all right. So Mary says, well, you are a bit delusional. And I said, Mary, but you aren't. And Mary, I really hope that we get in your behind more, because I'm tired of you being judge, jury, and executioner. And then when they try to tell you about yourself, then you get defensive and mad. Like, that's not going to work. Like, you're very blunt, because even in the season finale, when they addressed how you're very blunt and very cold and you be very rude, you got mad about that. But it's the truth. And you're always preaching about accountability and ownership. Why can't you own up to when you're rude? And I'm sorry, Mary, they treat you with kid gloves on Salt Lake City. Because if you were on another franchise, baby, you wouldn't last a season. You would not last a season. If they put you in Jersey, if they put you in Potomac, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, you would have a time. If they put you over there in OC with Tamra and all them, girl, you wouldn't last a day. So I just said, Mary, I'm sick and tired of you running your mouth about them and all their flaws. But when they try to tell you about yourself, you get mad. And you're very delusional as well. But I'm just saying. So now she says, you believe things that aren't true. When you made that comment about you live a different life from all of us, that was offensive and it doesn't make sense. I said, my God, Lisa really had the girls really upset. She had the girls hurt and bothered when she said that she lives a different life than all of them. And I think they're really upset by the fact that that became a trending sound on TikTok when she said that. So now, Lisa says, I wouldn't be insecure and think that that's delusional or be offended if somebody said that. So Meredith says, well, honestly, we all live different lives, so I don't know why that's an insult. So Heather says, so Mary says, well, she's including you in that too. And Meredith says, yeah, I know. And I agree. Like, we all live different lives. And now Heather says, well, that's not what she meant. That's not how she said it. So now you have Whitney talking about, oh, tag team. And I said, Whitney, oh my gosh, shut up. And if I were Lisa and Meredith, I would have had Andy put her back on the opposite couch. I don't want her on the same couch as me. I respectfully, Whitney, and can we talk about this? Whitney, you were hanging on for dear life at the end of that couch. Like, they had Whitney at the tail end. She was damn near falling off that couch. I said, my God. I said, Whitney, if this is not the sign that it might be your last season, that I don't know what is. Because, baby, she was damn near falling off of that couch. Falling off. And you know what? If I'm being honest with you, if I were Lisa and Meredith, I wouldn't even engage with Whitney. I would be paying her dust. Like, girl, I can't even hear you. Like when Bryn told Sai, I can't even hear you from all the way at the end of that couch. Same thing, girl. I can't even hear you. I don't even see you. I need binoculars. I need like a megaphone. I can't hear you, girl. Like, what'd you say? Speak up. You're all the way at the end. I'm first seat. She's second seat. Like, girl, you're all the way here at the tail end. I can't. So when I tell y'all, even though this reunion, this first part was a bit stale, the viewer questions were eating. Andy, you did pick some great viewer questions, because the viewer questions had me gagging. So now Andy reads a viewer question asking Whitney, why was she so eager to bring up the lawsuits at the lunch on the RV trip without Lisa being there to defend herself? So Whitney says, well, I didn't believe that Lisa was there for work. Lisa was away for work. I feel like it was a different reason. She's never missed a girls trip before. She never misses an opportunity to film. So I don't believe that she was at work. I never saw you post a picture with Ben Affleck. So Lisa's like, well, I do work. I do amazing things. Heather's been to events of mine in the past. So Whitney says, well, honestly, I thought you were in Miami recovering from, and then Andy's like, oh, what did you think? A facelift? And Whitney says, yeah, because she told somebody that she was with Ben Affleck. Then she said, then I saw pictures of her in Miami, and and then I see her on Instagram. The first pic I see of Lisa with no makeup, and she looked beautiful. So, and I felt like, oh, what did she get done to her face? Girl, Lisa had every right to be annoyed, because that was a backhanded compliment. You knew what you were doing. And when Lisa called you out on that, you were like, I paid you a compliment, Lisa. Like, my God. I said, girl, no, stop playing in people's faces. You know that you were being shady. Saying that I think you're in Miami because you had a facelift, that's not a compliment. And listen, I am pro plastic surgery. Listen, I'm here for a good nip tuck, Botox, filler, boob job, nose job, get it all done, right? Like, life is short. You deserve to look how you want to look, feel how you want to feel. I'm here for it. But don't sit up here and act like you were trying to not be shady. That was a very shady statement. And Lisa clocked you. And I said, Whitney, girl, you are skating on thin ice with me. So now Lisa was like, girl, Lisa says, my face has always looked good. She does show a picture of her with Ben Affleck from like years ago. And now Whitney's talking about there are a lot of good doctors in Miami. Now Mary saying under her breath, well, that's not a good one. And then Angie's laughing, saying, oh, yeah, well, not so good of a doctor. And I said, no, hold on. Mary, you're a pastor. Why are you throwing jabs about somebody got botched plastic surgery? If we want to talk about anybody going to a not so good doctor, let's talk about Heather. Let's talk about Heather and these fillers making her look like a mess, a sight, a true sight. Because every time they kept panning to Heather, I was like, oh, like Heather girl, what did they do? Your face is all, I don't know, the cheekbones are jutting out. I just don't know what is going on. I just kind of felt like, Mary, we all remember how you came on looking with those shiny wigs in the earlier seasons. And that was kind of rude of you to be like, yeah, well, not a good doctor. I just said, wow, like, really? Really? Child. And then Angie, you're trying to be shady too about that. I said, okay, girl. So Lisa says, you know what the funny thing is? Instead of saying that my friend Lisa is a baddie and she's done cool things for 18 years, you would rather denigrate it and say that I don't believe it. I don't do that with anything that, if I do that with everything that you guys did. And now Angie and Heather say, well, you do that. So now we have Angie jumping in, running her mouth. I said, oh, Angie. I said, respectfully, Angie, I don't care to hear what you have to say. I really don't. So now we have Lisa bringing up how Angie compared her to Jen Shah. And I noticed how Angie brushed over that. I said, Angie, have you apologized for making that Jen Shah comment? Like, let me know. I've yet to hear you say, I'm sorry for that. Because that was nasty work to say that about somebody who's supposed to be your friend. So now we have Angie saying to her about, she needs to open a salon, like their business is different. She has a salon and Lisa has lounges. So Angie says, well, the beauty industry is different from what you do. And Lisa says, well, I understand the service industry very well. And while the beauty industry is different from lounges, service industry as a whole, there's a lot of moving pieces and they are similar with how fast-paced the environments are. And when you're dealing with people, hospitality, it's all in the same family. You said they want to tag team Lisa and Meredith individually and don't want them to band together. Such hypocrites. I agree. So now we have another viewer question for Bronwyn asking, why would you out Lisa's legal issues and not say it to her face? So now Bronwyn says, well, at that point, Lisa and I weren't talking. She had me blocked on everything. She continued to say stuff on Twitter that we never, and it showed that we never be friends again in the future. She says, I didn't come with documents. I didn't research it. It was in the paper. So Lisa says, well, the goal was to denigrate my character. So Bronwyn says, the same way you denigrated my character. So now they go back and forth. And Andy's like, Lisa, what are the facts of your lawsuits? So Lisa says the facts are we have one pending case, which we hope to be resolved soon. There's one case actively being litigated. The rest are dismissed. She says, I wasn't worried about it. I don't know why anybody else was worried. So Heather says, well, it's because you say that you're richer than all of us and you owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. So Lisa says, no, they were allegations. So now Heather says, well, a summary judgment would be that you had to pay the other people. So Lisa says, no, that's not the case. So Bronwyn's like, well, that's not what it means. So Lisa says that she has won a summary judgment before. And now she says, Bronwyn, your case is different from my case. I wasn't in a criminal case. You've been sued before too. So now Bronwyn says, whatever you want to say about me to deflect from yours, you owe these people money. So now we have Lisa denying it. She says again, you have criminal allegations. I have civil allegations against me, baby. We are not the same. Respectfully, Bronwyn, you have all these sealed cases, and the way I'm gonna get you when they ask you about your cases, you were tap dancing all over those questions. You were tap dancing all over those questions. I said, Bronwyn, if I were you, I would rein it in. I would shut my mouth. I would zip it, because I just don't know where you get off on trying to press Lisa about her lawsuits when you have, you know, like Lisa said, you have a criminal case, baby. I don't have a criminal case. So I just, if I were you, girl, I wouldn't say too much. So I just said, all right now, Bronwyn. So now, and also Bronwyn, I just want you to be honest and say, I dug up this information on Lisa because I was angry with what happened last season. I would have more respect for you if you would just say that. But all this stuff about, well, I just saw it in the paper and I don't really care that much. And, I was just worried or whatever. Girl, stop. You wanted revenge. You got your revenge. Just be honest about it. Yes, Bronwyn kept saying 20 years ago, you still did it. Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk. We are going to talk. I promise. So now we have, Bronwyn says, well, mine were actually dismissed by a judge. Yours were dismissed because you paid those people back or you're trying to. So Lisa says, no, that's not true. She says, how are you going to tell me about my situation? That's not my situation. So now Lisa says, when it comes to with mine, we have all. Oh, Lisa says, mine is we have all of our businesses. We have our cases against us, which have been dismissed. We've basically won them all. There's one pending litigation. So now Heather interrupts again. And she's like, so wait, you've never owed anybody money? They made it up to be mean? And Lisa says, no, I don't know why you're so worried about it. So Heather says, I'm not worried about it. And Bronwyn says, well, you worry about our lives. So here's my thing. I find it funny that they get on Lisa about how she interrupts. But I'll say this. Lisa took the constructive criticism because I felt like in this first part, she was really reining it in and she was making sure that she heard people out. I felt like in this first part, Angie, Bronwyn, and Heather and Whitney kept interrupting. Every time her or Meredith tried to speak, they were always interrupting. And I feel like Lisa and Meredith got an A+ from me because they were quiet. And it was like, can y'all just let Lisa or Meredith talk? Why do you keep interrupting? It's aggravating. The same thing that y'all complain about with Lisa about how she's a big mouth, she doesn't shut up. She was actually exercising restraint this time around. She was doing a good job. She heard the critiques and she applied the notes. How come you guys can't shut up? Stop interrupting her every minute. It was aggravating. I was like, my God, they had the opposite effect. You said, yep, Lisa licked her lips and showed restraint. Very much so. Yes, they kept interrupting her. Yep, she did a lot better than last year. Oh, for sure. She applied the notes, honey. She was just like, you know what? I'm going to do a better job. I'm not going to interrupt them. I'm going to be quiet, let them talk. And she did. She let them talk. When it was her time to talk, then they didn't let her talk. They want to agitate her purposely. Yes, I agree. The way Andy let them take over is ridiculous. It was aggravating. Yes. So now Lisa goes on to say that Bronwyn just got here. And she says, that's a blanket statement, Bronwyn, you just got here. Bottom line is you lied about me last year when you said that I said that you faked a miscarriage. And so Bronwyn interrupts her and says, don't bring that up. We've made a truce to leave families alone. So Lisa's like, well, I'm just saying that you lied on me. Let me talk. So now Lisa says, no, you and Todd were talking about me in every scene. Todd's talking about he wouldn't piss on my head if I were on fire. So Bronwyn says, you continue to bring my daughter up. Now, Bronwyn, this is a game of semantics. Lisa was not talking about your daughter. She was just saying that you lied on her about that whole situation regarding the grandparents and all that stuff. She was just trying to say you lied on me about that. At no point was she talking about your daughter. And again, Bronwyn, I know that whole subject is a touchy subject for you, but I don't think that's fair for you to say that she was talking about your daughter. She merely said, you lied on me about what I said regarding that matter, and that's not what I said. That's what she was saying. I was irritated by that. I really was. Again, any parents in the chat, um, let me know, what did you guys think about that? But from where I'm sitting, I didn't feel like that was talking about her daughter. She was just saying that, in my opinion, she was just saying, you lied on me about me saying that, and I didn't say that. So now Bronwyn goes on to say that Lisa says, I'm not talking about your daughter. I'm talking about an example of your bad behavior. So Bronwyn says, I have begged you to stop. I begged you to stop. And Lisa's like, girl, I'm still talking. Can you stop interrupting me? So now Bronwyn says, a fan at BravoCon sent me a video of you talking badly about Todd, your body shaming him, talking about how fat he is, how small his penis is. So they play the video of at BravoCon, and Lisa's talking to some fans, and Lisa's talking about how, you know, he's so big and, you know, you can't see his penis, probably really small, right? So now Bronwyn's like, girl, you're also in the TikTok comments talking badly about my husband, calling him old, all this stuff. So Lisa's like, well, that's a lie. Now I said, Lisa, girl, they caught you in 4K, baby, because they played the video of you at BravoCon talking about how small his penis is and all that. And then they caught you in the TikTok comments talking about him as well, right? So like, just own it and be like, you know what? I don't like your husband. I don't think he's good for you. And yes, I do talk about him. Like, just own it, baby. You've been caught. You've been caught. You've been caught. Okay? Lisa be all over TikTok. I've seen it myself. Yes. Yes. I said, Lisa, girl, I'm going to need you to own it, baby. I'm going to need you to own it, baby. You were caught red-handed, honey. You were caught red-handed. Just own it. Like, I would have had more respect if she had just said, you know what? Yes, I have said that about him. I don't like your husband. I think he's this, that, and the third. I'd have more respect for you if you did that. But Lisa, I have to just, you know, tap you on the wrist, mama, because, baby, you flat out lied. You were calling that man all sorts of big, small penis, raggedy, this, that, and the third. Like, just own it, honey. Stand 10 toes down in it or apologize. Either one. But you can't have both. You can't have it both ways, baby. You said it. You said it. You said it, honey. I said, now, Lisa, girl, you lied. You lied. So one of y'all has me screaming in the comments, okay? You said misogynistic men should get dragged, so who cares? Okay, wait, hold on, because you're in my head. I don't have grace. I don't have grace for raggedy men. So like, I didn't feel any weight. I'm not even gonna hold you. People might get mad at me, but I didn't really feel any way of it. I don't care for no good cheaters. I don't have grace for mean men. I don't have grace for cheaters. I don't have grace for men who don't treat their wives right. So I don't really feel a way. But my thing is, Lisa, you did say it. You did break the truce. You broke the promise. Apologize or either stand 10 toes down in it. So, okay. Brown don't even want him anymore. So we know she don't really care. Okay. So yeah, you said, yes, we got nothing for Todd. Okay. Y'all right, but again, you said truce, you broke it, so I'ma drag you. So he ate Bronwyn's cherry. It's on site now. Okay, listen. You said, Your Honor, that video was AI generated. Honey, I would have sat up there and said, girl, that was a Chat GPT video. Chat GPT said that your husband's, dick was tiny and he has a big old belly. Oh my gosh. So now, so Bronwyn says, girl, when we were in Greece, you were calling him a dirty old man, a pervert. So Lisa stood on business about this. She was just like, yeah, girl, I did. I said it, baby, because he is a pervert. I said, oh, not a pervert. I said, oh my gosh, baby. They play the unseen footage of them their first night in Greece. They're at the dinner table. And Bronwyn had brought up John Barlow's ex-wife, because you know that John Barlow was married before Lisa. Lisa is his second wife. So Lisa, now you know that Lisa does not play about her man, honey. She loves John Barlow, honey. Her and John, they are locked in. So you have Lisa talking about, oh, you want to talk about John Barlow? Let's talk about Todd Bradley. Let's talk about him. Dirty old man. And Bronwyn is up there upset, honey, fighting on the verge of tears. Yeah, Lisa's wife number 2. You don't remember that? When John and Lisa told the story at the season 1 reunion. And I think that his family had cut him off because he got divorced. But yeah, Lisa's his second wife. Yup. Yeah, honey. Lisa loves her some JB, okay? Yup. Bronwyn has a lot to say about Meredith's husband. She can dish it, but she cannot take it. Exactly. You remember when he was with her sister. Yes, he also dated her sister before he got with Lisa. They went out on like 1 or 2 dates. But yeah, honey, John Barlow was married before Lisa. So Bronwyn says, you've continued to speak about my husband. She's abided by their truths, but Lisa breaks it at every turn. Lisa wasn't here for it. Lisa's like, that's a beautiful speech, girl. Like, you got any more? So now Lisa's like, let's get to the facts. So Bronwyn says, what are the facts? Lisa says, girl, I'm talking. So Lisa says, yes, we did have a truce. But since that truce, she says that she was talking to Britani about something regarding Bronwyn's behavior. And now Bronwyn goes on to ask her, what about the multitude of times you continue to talk about my husband on video, on camera, and in print? So Lisa's like, well, girl, your husband did say on camera that he wouldn't piss on my head if I were on fire. So like, we're kind of even. So Bronwyn says, no, we're not going to play that because by the time you saw that, we had already wrapped filming, but you were still talking about him in Greece. Now, Bronwyn does have a point because Lisa, you did break the truce, mama. You broke it because you didn't see Todd say that until filming had wrapped. You guys were long gone from Greece. So in all fairness, girl, you did break the truce, okay? Again, Lisa, it's clear that you can't stand Bronwyn. You don't like Todd at all. I would rather you stand 10 toes down in it and say, yes, girl, I said it. I regret nothing. And I would say it again versus you trying to talk about, well, no, he said this about me, knowing that you didn't know he said it about you until you saw on air with the rest of us. Just saying, yes, got to take that L, Lisa. Exactly. 3-minute truce. Yes. So I said, Lisa, girl, if you're not going to apologize, then stand in it and stop making excuses. So now, Lisa goes on to say that the whole gout dick sucker went viral. And it's not her fault that people bring it up constantly. So Bronwyn says, well, it is your fault. So Andy's like, may I ask a question? What's wrong with sucking your husband's dick? So Lisa's like, no, absolutely nothing. Like there's no issue with it, right? Like, so she says it was her response to the fact that Bronwyn said that she doesn't have a job and she needs to work. So Bronwyn says, I spoke to you and you thought it was okay to include my husband. It's 9 months later and you're still making comments about him on TikTok. So they're going back and forth. In my opinion, this argument went on too long for me. I said, okay, can we please move on to something else? Like, I'm getting tired. I really am. I don't care to hear about the whole gout dick sucking. I don't care to hear Bronwyn whining. Like, let's wrap this up because they're not gonna resolve anything. Lisa's not gonna apologize. Let's just move on, okay? You said gout dick sucker still makes me laugh. It's so nonsensical. Can Todd even get it up, child? Child, you know what? Yeah, you know how I feel about Todd, okay? So I'd be surprised. I would be surprised. I mean, honey, that marriage between him and Bronwyn looked so painful and so miserable. It gave very much sexless marriage. Yeah, honey, his money's up. That's all we know. His money's up. Not his penis is still buffering. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, y'all better stop it. Maybe he farts first. Damn. Oh no. Y'all better stop it. Y'all better stop it. Why should Lisa have to change her tone for Todd? Who is Todd? Exactly. A buffering penis is crazy. Oh my gosh. Y'all better stop it, y'all. We're here to have a good time. You said, Bronwyn said, I still got to get this check. Oh no. You said Sutton's probably getting more than Bronwyn, and that's sad. Viagra wouldn't even work. Bronwyn's in there bopping it and pulling it. Y'all better stop it. Y'all better stop it, honey. Because before we get some bots who are for Todd and Bronwyn come in here and try to bust up the chat, honey, I can feel it. Who would do it for a check? I know, not me, girl. Not me. I know you're not talking about me. I know you're not talking about me. Hold on now. Hold on now, glasses. Hold on now, glasses. Don't make me put your comment up on the big screen. And I love you down. I love you down. No. Oh, you said no, it's a reference to a meme. Oh, okay. I was just like, hold on now, friend. You've been here for a minute, honey. I know you're not dragging me like this. I was like, now, wait a minute, glasses. Wait a minute, honey. Honey, we were just fighting down last night. We're not trying to fight today, okay? Oh my gosh. Y'all have me screaming in here. Oh gosh. Please, y'all are so fun. The one time I don't explain, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just have PTSD from last night. Yes, honey. We on edge, honey. We on edge. Oh God, his penis does not work. Then how does he continuously get caught cheating? This is not making any sense to me. I'll keep my 28,000 over here. That 2-inch dick will be a 3.5 with Viagra. Oh my gosh. Baby, last night took a turn, honey. That made no sense. That made absolutely no sense. Baby, you say Yonwin needs that 28,000. Everybody put down your weapons, honey. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I work on lunch watching, and Brooke, your laugh is just so infectious. Thank you. My temples hurt from laughing. I love all these comments in the live chat. Baby, do you see how they are cutting up? They are cutting up today. My God. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, let's get back on track now. So now we do get some unseen footage where Lisa did apologize to Bronwyn about the whole gout dick sucker comment. She hugged Bronwyn and said, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. Bronwyn does accept her apology. Again, Andy was over the whole entire argument. He's like, all right, guys, let's stop. Let's cut it. Enough. So now Andy was so petty. He brought up Lisa's smoky eye, that smoky eye fail. Remember that one confessional look where she's in the red? That was like her worst confessional look ever. So Lisa says that she was in the glam chair, not paying attention. She loves her makeup artist, but they went for a look and the look did not land. So now we have Andy reading a viewer question for Angie. He's asking her, as a mom, what example are you setting for your daughter by attacking the other women's appearances? You called Meredith a trampoline with eyes. You talked about Lisa getting a facelift. And then you have Angie backpedaling, saying, I wasn't trying to insult anybody. Nobody was amused by it. So now you have, again, I thought that was kind of filler to me. Lisa says, I've never shamed anybody here for their looks. And then you heard Bronwyn. Bronwyn says, just my husband. I was screaming so loud when Bronwyn said that. She said, okay, you don't attack us for our looks, but you attack my husband. And I was like, well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes, girl. You know, she gonna come for your raggedy cheating husband who's dry as anything. So I didn't feel any way about that. Yep, he's a man. He'll get over it. Exactly. Exactly. He's like, yep, that tracks. Yup. She was like, yes. And Bronwyn really thought she ate with that when she said that. She was like, yeah, but only my husband. And I was like, well, girl, yeah, well, we all do. If we're being honest, well, we all get on Todd because we're so yeah, girl, you didn't eat with that. Lisa should have said and did. I was like, girl, stop trying to make Todd happen. Oh, exactly. So I said, Bronwyn, sweetheart, sit there quietly, okay? And just enjoy the show. Relax, sit back. So now, Andy does ask what work Lisa has had done. Lisa says she went 2 years with no Botox. She's not a big fan of filler. She got a CO2 laser around Christmas and she got threads. She says, I'm happy with how I look. I've never judged myself on how I look. I never felt good or better about my looks. I like my face and I don't want to change anything. I don't like the constant digs at me getting glam. I'm not good at doing my own makeup. Like, I don't need y'all saying anything about it. And I love it. I have no criticism about anybody who gets their makeup done every day. Like, I love that. I love getting my makeup professionally done. I'm here for it. Like, listen, I'm of the belief that every day is a special occasion and I want to look good every day. When I step outside, when I get on camera, I want to look good. So full face of makeup, damn near every day. I don't have an issue with Lisa getting glam every day. And that's her life. And I just feel like the fact that Heather has a problem with it is giving jealousy. And there's something that I want to say so bad, but I'm gonna keep it in here. But I just feel like, Heather, girl, I don't know why you care so much. I don't. But Heather was over there looking so smug, rolling her eyes. I said, girl, you need help. So now we have a viewer question asking Angie if she's trolling Lisa with her Arby's partnership. Angie says, not at all. They just came to me. Andy says, well, it does feel like it's a slight troll. Angie says, yeah, I can see why. I'm not going to hold you all. I wasn't blown away by Angie's rehearsed read of you do French fries, I do franchise. That read did not eat me. And a lot of you guys try to eat me up about that, saying, oh, Brooke, you just like Lisa so much. But that read did not do anything for me. It didn't have me gagged. It is very much rehearsed, very much 7th grade. Like, okay, girl. Angie just tries way too hard for me. So sorry. Like, I give Angie her 10s when they're due. Like when she said you have a Range Rover under a carport, that was a read. But I do franchise, you do French fries. That didn't really land for me, in my opinion. Just my 2 cents. Andy asked Lisa, did she see Angie's Arby's ad? Lisa's like, I didn't even see it. I said, now, Lisa, you know you are so petty for that. You know you saw the ad. She says, I just found out about it last night. She says, some people have benefited from my wins. That's exciting for them. I said, now, Lisa, girl. I said, oh, come on, Lisa. Because we know that Lisa is a weak reader. But Lisa, baby, she wrote some reads down for tonight. I said, not they're hanging on her coattails. I said, all right. She says if she were a credit card, she'd sue them for identity theft. They want to skin her and beat her. You could have left out that whole credit. If you were a credit card, that read was very juvenile, Lisa. But if you had left it at they're benefiting off of my wins, that would have been perfect. But like the whole credit card, girl, it brought the read down, but A for effort. Yes, Lisa said, I'm happy I can help the less fortunate. Yes, Lisa was whacking left and right. Yeah, very much so. Meredith got sober and helped Lisa with her reads. She said, baby, I give y'all all the opportunities. The credit card made me laugh, though. The credit card was weak, not very funny to me. Yeah, same here. So now, we get to Angie's like, you think I want to beat you? What about when you copied me with the whole Kerastase? You got the Kerastase ad, and I was the one who put you on to Kerastase. So Lisa's like, I had no idea that I don't know what you use in your salon. And Angie says, girl, stop lying. I gave you your first your first Kerastase product. Don't start. So Andy's like, okay, y'all, like, let's move on. They take a mini break, and it's so funny to see how the girls kiss Andy's ass, even Mary, because you have they were touching up Andy's hair and like his makeup, and Mary was like, "Oh, Andy, you remind me of the guys who work on Wall Street." I was just like, "Ooh, like the ass kissing the boss is like, ooh, like my God, y'all are really the way y'all just." With Andy Cohen, my God, like, oh my gosh, it needs to be studied. So now, we do the whole thing about Andy brings up how they're back from the break is over. Andy says S.6 premiered in 2020, and you guys are now at 100 episodes. You have a roster of famous fans. You guys have been quoted in the halls of Congress. Andy, why did you have to say Heather's line? And you see Heather sitting there looking all smug. I said, oh my gosh, Heather, let it go. That was how many years ago? Let that go, please. That's why Heather's head is so swollen up now, because I keep saying it. My God. So then he brings up how the show has been a big part of the pop culture landmark. Even Julia Roberts is a fan, Rihanna, all these famous celebrities. So now he's going around asking them what their pinch me moment has been. Mary says, well, that's a pinch me moment. Julia Roberts watches us. That's huge. So now Andy's like, did you think that the show would make it to season 6? Meredith says, no, I thought it would be a maximum of 5 seasons, 5 years. So they all laugh. He's asking Whitney, what does she think when she looks back on this experience? Whitney says when she first joined the show, she promised herself and Justin that she would be real and honest. I said, well, you failed miserably because you've given us nothing but nonsense. Your first season, you were real with your dad being an addict, but after season 1, it's been downhill, Whitney. He's asking Mary, he says, Mary, when you first started the show, it felt like you were defined by your unconventional marriage with Robert Sr. Now it seems to be like a blip on the screen. We've seen you go from feeling like you hate everybody to now being a part of the group. What happened? So Mary says, well, honestly, I felt like I wasn't a part of the group. I didn't feel included. Meredith was the only one who included me. But now I see the good in all of them and the beauty in all of them. But I want them to take ownership and just grow and evolve. Mary, 2 quick points. When the show first started, you were so cold and you could not be bothered with anybody on the show. So for you to sit up here and say, well, I didn't feel like you're blaming them for not feeling included. Well, you excluded yourself. You can't blame people when you shut yourself off first. I feel like you were nervous about how you were going to be perceived, and you subconsciously were on the defense. I'm just sorry, Mary. Don't blame them because they would try to include you, and you would be like, nope, I'm not going to that. You wouldn't go on the cast trips. You purposely wanted to be the odd woman out. So you can't say that they didn't include you. In my humble opinion, first season, you made it clear that you didn't really want anything to do with them, in my opinion. And I feel like you changed your tune because 1, you are addicted to being famous now, and you missed that check. And then on top of that, you saw the feedback from the fans because the collective consensus was Mary's attitude is nasty. She's rude. She's mean. She has her funny moments, but she is not a part of the group. She's always pissed off about something. And you saw that, you took notes, and you made a change. And now we've gotten this somewhat 180. You've done maybe like a 90-degree angle. You haven't made a full 180, but I just think it's funny that you want to put the blame on them for why you were so cold when you first joined the show. Yeah, like Mary spent an entire season in her closet. Exactly. Yeah, she did not want to be bothered with them. Yes, she self-isolated, very much so. Very much so. She knew the things about her church were coming out at the time. Yes, with the way Mary was the black sheep of her family, she got some trust issues she needs to work on. Very much so. You said 45 degrees at best. I'm screaming. Yes. Yeah, Mary was talking about you smell like hospital. Girl, you were a menace. Exactly. Yeah, talking about hospital smell and then calling Heather inbred. So, girl, don't act like you were a bed of roses when you first joined the show. No, you were rude too. So I'm just saying. But you've turned the beat around because you enjoy this check and you enjoy the fame, in my opinion. So now she goes on to say that she wants him to take ownership and grow and evolve. Well, you too, Mary. Who do you think you are? So now she says she's fallen in love with them. So now Andy asks Lisa, does she feel misunderstood by the viewers? And the way some of y'all are committed to hating Lisa Barlow, I would say 100%, she's very misunderstood, but that's just me. So Lisa says, yes, 100%. People think that I'm delusional. That's a common theme about me, but they don't understand me. I'm very grounded. I'm a hard worker, and I love my family. Now, when I tell you, Andy, low-key, had me screaming. Like, he was low-key, I don't want to say he was shading or reading, but I feel like Angie, it's still a sore spot for Angie about the fact that she's not an original cast member. I think that it's still a bone of contention, because Angie's face when Andy said to her, Angie, you've come a long way. You went from being featured in season 2. I said, I don't remember seeing Angie in season 2. I remember Angie Harrington, the SLC Sarah Paulson, when she was a friend of, but I don't remember Angie K season 2. I remember her season 3. But he said, you were featured in season 2. You were a friend of in season 3. And then you became a full-blown housewife full-time in season 4. How would you describe your time on the show? So Andy says she's learned a lot about herself. She's grown. She's made some strong connections and friendship. She felt like an underdog, and it feels good to triumph. Now, Angie, I pray for your well-being. When your time on this show is up, I just pray for you, because you give me one of those housewives who is literally going to go nuts when this show is over or when you're off the show. Because the way you fought for this show, like the desperation still oozes. And for you to say, I felt like the underdog, I'm just like, my God, baby, this show should not mean that much to you, where you had to scratch and claw your way to get on. Like, I don't want anything that bad that I have to beg and just be desperate. Like, my God. Did you see Angie's New York Times profile? I didn't read the article, but was it a good article? I saw that she was featured, and I said, and I already know Angie's head has already gone up 3 sizes from being on the New York Times. I said, my God, baby, she had to fight for her life, scratching and surviving. Yes. Angie's more desperate than Britani in that regard. Yeah, no, they're tied. Angie's thirst is only topped by Britani, very much so. Yes, she paid she paid $30,000 or $20 for Coach Shaw's birthday party to get on the show, and then had the nerve to ask for the money back after she said that it was a gift. You don't do that to people. You can't ask for a gift back. And that was your entry fee to get on the show as a friend of, and then be a full-time. You have to pay to play, baby. You have to pay to play in this life. You got to spend money to make money. And she was wrong for that. Angie, I will always get on you. You talk about other people, but that was poor manners. That was poor etiquette. If I offer to pay for a party for a friend, whoever, you don't have to worry about me asking for that money back. That was a gift. And you were dead wrong for that. That was tacky. I remember watching your video on that episode. Yes, and the good folks are trying to fight me down, saying, "Well, no." I had somebody saying, "Oh, well, like I need my money back." I'm just like, well, that's not the point. The point is, you don't give money. You don't give a gift to ask for it back. if somebody asks me for money and I give it, that's yours. Like I'm a believer. I was raised with, you don't loan money, you just give it. So that way it's not an issue. It's yours. It's a gift. And we don't have to, there's no awkwardness about you have to pay me back. It's yours. Release it. I'm not a cheap person. I'm a very generous person. So that whole thing really irked my spirit when Angie did that, because you don't do that. If I pay for a dinner, a party, I'm not going to ask you, oh, hey, you want to give me that back? You don't do that. I'm sorry, Angie. I will never forget that. That was in such poor taste. That was in such poor taste. And even though I can't stand Jen Shah, you were dead wrong for that, because I was on Jen's side about that, because Jen said, no, girl, you offered that as a gift. And that was your way to get on the show. That you don't do that. So now Andy says that Andy says, Lisa, you have to admit that Angie's one-liners are pretty good. Lisa says, yeah, she does make me laugh. The whole high body count thing was hilarious. So now, Andy's asking Lisa, how does it feel to watch her sons growing up on TV? It's not that interesting, y'all. We can skip through this scene. Okay, now hold on. I want to talk about this. Hold on. Let me cook. Heather, I want to just whack you right here. Mind you, I watched the uncensored and the extended version on Peacock. So if I'm talking about scenes that you didn't see, it's because I watched the extended version on Peacock. Andy goes on to ask Heather, how has her life changed since season 1? Heather says her life is unrecognizable. She's written two books, executive produced a docuseries, bought 2 homes, 4 cars, put all 3 of her girls in college. None of that would have been possible had it not been for this show. Heather, I'm not doing this. Heather, you're a liar. Heather, girl, me in this memory, you will not sit up here and play me. Stop with all this sob story. You always want some attention. You want folks to pity you. Stop kissing up to Andy. That's not the truth. You would have been just fine had you not been picked for the show. Let's just clear it. Let's clear it. Baby, you were married to Mormon royalty. Your ex-husband, his family they're billionaires. Then you told the story in season 1 of how your ex-husband's family, your ex-husband's grandfather or great-grandfather was Howard Hughes' handler or like butler or whatever, and Howard Hughes left him a huge chunk of money. Your ex-husband is the CEO of a hedge fund. The net worth goes crazy. He gives you a big alimony and child support check. What are we talking about? You would have been just fine. Yes, your ex-husband might not be the most hands-on father. He gives low-key deadbeat the way you've described him, but the checks were clearing. Don't sit up here and give us this. Don't get out the violin, talk about, if it weren't for this show, I wouldn't have anything. And I'm just so thankful to you, Andy, because you made a single mom like me rich. Stop. You wanted to be famous because you had the money. The checks were clearing, Heather. Don't sit up here and play. You had a girl, the beauty lab's doing well. Your net worth, they said, was 20 million. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you wanted the fame, sis. You won the fame, but don't sit up here and give us a sob story about how Bravo just changed my life because I wouldn't have had anything without you, Andy Cohen. Stop kissing ass. This is a lie. I said, Heather, I won't sit here and do this. I'm not going to sit here and do this with you. Stop. She always wants pity. Yes, it's always some fake narrative all the time. Yes, she had the coin, but not the fame. And then I remember when the whole story about your family no longer talk to you when you decide not to be Mormon. Girl, the good folks on Reddit were saying that's not true. You and your mom playing patty cake and you guys still talk and have a good old time. So I don't know what to believe. You're one of those people who enjoys people feeling sorry for you. You like being pitied. You like all that woe is me. And oh my gosh, You love all that. And I'm not doing this with you. I'm not. So yes, it's fake all my life. I had to fight story. It's so fake. You said my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. I'm serious though. She likes being a victim. Hey, I always thought she had money. Very much so. Yes, she was. Oh, she was always. Listen, Heather, the first season, she was always dripped in Van Cleef, Cartier, Range Rover. She was always decked out. Heather always had a coin. She just wanted the money. She just wanted the fame. Brooke, she's crying out for the victims of America. That's why she dragged the eye. Yes, you said I'm crying, pulling a Victoria Beckham. She really drove the story home, so she took it on the chin. Oh, yes, very much. And then all that. I'm like, yeah. And I saw what the viewers said about me. They called me everything but a child of God. And, you know, it hurt my feelings, but I just knew that I had to stay on the show despite what the viewers thought about me. It's like, oh my gosh, Heather, you just want to seem so pitiful. My God. And girl, stop lying. You don't give a damn about what we're talking about. You don't care if we're talking about you. You're happy to be talked about. And girl, if you were so hurt by the viewers talking about your appearance and all this and that, you would have left the show. But you're still on here 6 years later, so you're obviously not that hurt. I said, she's very pitiful. That woman wants attention any way she can get it. That's a very sad way to be. There's some psychosis there. But I said, I'm not going to sit up here and let you play this sob story about how you wouldn't have had any money had Bravo not come in. That's not true. And even Andy was looking at you like, okay, girl, you're laying it on a bit thick. So my thing is, did you forget what you said? Have you forgotten what you said, what you told us in season 1? I just, that part, I mean, I wrote a whole bunch for that, but I said, girl, you need to stop. This is all a lie. Where were we? Oh, one more thing. When she said, when I look at my season 1 self, I feel a rush of affection and pride. What folks were saying about me at my lowest, financially, physically, and mentally, I couldn't let the opportunity pass me by, even if people thought that I didn't deserve to be here. I said, girl, shut up. Shut up. You were not at your lowest financially or mentally. You were happy to be on the show. You had a smile from here to here. From girl, stop. Literally ear to ear. You were showing all 32 teeth season 1. I did not see an unhappy woman. I saw a woman happy to be famous. So now it's time for Britani to come out. Britani is just too much. She's always in character. She has another stuffed animal that Jared got her. Now, baby, when I tell you, Britani came in giving that pageant wave, and and she was like, I'm so happy to be here. Hi, everybody. And I said, girl, this is not the Disney Channel. Please stop. So, baby, when she said, I'm so happy to be here, did you guys catch that quick shade? Andy was like, I know you are. I said, my God. Andy had me so gagged. He was like, yeah, girl, I know. And Andy was quick with it. Honey, he shaded her quickly. That was quick and swift, honey. Andy had me weak, honey. He was done. I couldn't stop. I had to rewind that back. I said, hold on. He had her so gagged because all she could do was laugh. She was like, well, damn, like you're going to eat me up just like that? I said, Andy, who are you feeling like? I'm not mad at it, but Andy, who are you feeling like? Because the way that was a quick read. That was a swift read. I would have been silenced. Baby, that was one of those reads where I would have shut up the rest of the night. Yes, he threw it out. I was waiting for the tears. Yeah. Yes, honey. She didn't even get to sit down and get herself situated yet. Her dress is all, crumpled up. She couldn't even straighten out her dress. She couldn't even sit up straight, get her posture in check. And he read her like that. I said, my God. I would have had to jump on Angie. Were you silent or were you silenced? Exactly. You would have walked out. Yeah, because I'm not getting dragged all night. Okay. You would have walked right out, honey. Listen, baby. I said, Andy, you are so messed up for that. So now, we have she has her emotional support bear that with Jared's voice talking about he loves Britani. They were all annoyed by it. Mary gave the biggest eye roll. So now we have about like 10 more minutes left of the review of this first part. Andy brings up the Salt Lake City / Below Deck crossover. And Andy's like, what was it like being on another show's turf? Heather says, oh, Andy, we don't even notice the cameras anymore. Like, we're just so used to it. I said, okay, girl, we know you're used to it, honey, because the way it's gone to your head, I know you're used to it. So she says, we were just on a trip. We didn't even realize they were filming for their show. Andy's like, are you worried about the reverse point of view? And she's like, no, we were all fun guests. We enjoyed the food. Mary says, I think that Whitney and Heather might have to worry about something, especially the whole cucumber prank. Andy goes on to ask who packed that cucumber. We find out that it was Whitney. This whole bit was stupid. We can just move right on. On top of that, can we talk about the obsession once again? Because Heather admits that the prank was originally going to be for Lisa. They were going to put the cucumber in Lisa's suitcase. I said, you guys have a problem. Baby, first of all, don't touch my stuff. But you damn sure better not put anything in my suitcase if we're beefing. Leave my stuff alone. That's why I'm not fond of girls' trips, because it's always some nonsense. Don't touch my bags. Don't touch my suitcase. I said, y'all need help. It's just like, what's going on? Yes, very much loser behavior. Sex deprived and sex crazed Heather. Very true. Yes. Okay, yes, this was on Peacock. Peacock has the extended version. So, Andy was over that. So now Andy addresses the whole flirting on the boat. He's like, Britani, you were flirting with all the deckhands on the yacht. Were you trying to make Jared jealous? Britani says yes, but I didn't realize I was flirting until I watched it back. Mary gave the nastiest eye roll I have ever seen. I could not stop laughing. So Britani says, may I just say that Heather was a huge flirt, bigger than me? Heather disagrees. Mary's like, no, she wasn't. That's not true. I don't even know if Heather knows how to flirt, but that's another story for another day. So now Andy wants to know about what's the truth about her and Captain Jason. So Heather says, apparently the world has a large bandwidth for what effed around means. We hung out every day. We danced. We went to the clubs. If there was a connection, we would have known. We effed around, just not sexually. We hung out as friends. I love how Andy was like, you will not play in my face. Effed around and hung out does not have the same connotation, and you know it. First of all, if you tell me that you and a man or you and a possible love interest effed around, I'm immediately thinking that y'all had sex. Or if you didn't have sex, there was something, there was something else. There was something sexual happened. Okay. Right. Nobody says effed around in a platonic way. I know I don't. If I'm saying effed around, there's nothing platonic. Nothing platonic went down. Yes, she's such a liar. She's such a liar. It was just like, she just lies so damn much. It's pathetic. So she goes on to say, so even Meredith was like, well, it wasn't clear to me. So Heather's like, you don't think that if me and Captain Jason hooked up, that I wouldn't scream it from the rooftops? I said, girl, well, you were low key trying to insinuate that you guys did sleep around. You were lying. The only reason why you came clean was because Captain Jason was like, no, I never touched that woman. Like, I don't like her. So I'm like, let's cut that. Let's cut that noise. And you're embarrassed now. So now you want to save face and act like, oh no, I never said that. Girl, stop. Yes, she wanted everybody to believe that her and Captain Jason, exactly. They said she better clear that mess up real fast for the reunion. Exactly. If she's screaming from the rooftops, that'll make her even more pathetic. Agreed. We believe you would, Heather. Exactly. Child. Yup. You said Captain Jason was on Watch What Happens Live choosing the black housewife. Listen. Risky friend behavior. Captain Jason said hell to the nah. You said now let's not tell this lie. Talking about Muzzy has a better chance. Now let's not tell that lie. Y'all have me screaming. Please, y'all. Y'all have me cutting up in the chat. So now we have a view. Yes, and they have the same chance. Exactly. Y'all have me screaming. You said Reba has a better chance. Oh, stop it. It's a three-way tie. They all lose, okay? So please. You have me screaming. So now we have a viewer question for Bronwyn, asking Bronwyn, you said you arrived late because you wanted to make sure that your family was okay. But why were the headlines surprising to Todd if he ran a background check on you when you guys first met? So Bronwyn says, because everything that's said about me online is not true. And she says, what Todd is surprised by a lot on this show. He was really surprised that it was spun into this whole thing about me being a career criminal. He never understands what's really happening on this show. So when I tell you this next viewer question, baby, this next viewer question had me sad. I said, y'all didn't come to play. This viewer goes on to ask Bronwyn, just because a case is sealed doesn't mean a person can't talk about it. You just don't want to talk about it. And we all know how liberal you are with the truth. I said, the viewer called Bronwyn a liar in but so many words. I said, that was beautiful. Baby, they said, you are liberal with the truth. I said, Bronwyn's face was cracked. Bronwyn's face was cracked. That was a read. I said, that was a nasty read. I was here for it. You said that was Andy's question. Baby, that question ate down. They said, you are liberal with the truth. I said, she didn't even deny it. She didn't. She just sat there like this. Well, girl, she was gagged. She was gagged, cleared. Girl, that question has me coughing. Hold on. Babe, no, that did eat. Put that in my back pocket to use. Listen, honey, liberal with the truth. That was fab. That was a good read. So now, Bronwyn, in my opinion, was tap dancing all over the questions. She says, a case being sealed doesn't mean that I'm barred from talking about it if I was the one who asked for it to be sealed. I was not the one who asked for it to be sealed. She says, I've learned with my husband and my daughter that I have to be very careful with how I bring up other people's business in this group. So I will not be talking about their sealed portion of the case. Did I hear that wrong? Was she trying to say that Todd and Gwen are involved in this? Like, what is, like, I was confused by what that meant. I was confused. I said, wait, what's going on? I said, girl, what are we talking about? Did she mean the other people, the person who sealed the case, you won't talk about it? Or I was so confused. You said word salad. It was very much word salad, whatever that means, Bronwyn, talking in circles as usual. Child, she had to bring it back to Lisa in a way. It wasn't clear. I was confused too. I think it's the employee. Bob needs to stop talking. She makes everything worse. Okay, we were all confused. Confusion is the point. Wait, she said the people who were involved in the sealed case, but not her daughter or Todd. Okay. She was intentionally trying to confuse us. Sounds like more nonsense to confuse us. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, she did talk in circles. So now she says, Bronwyn says, no, Andy was getting annoyed. Andy said, well, can you tell us the nature of the case? Like, girl, give us something because we're all confused here. Did you rob a bank? Like, what happened? So Bronwyn says it was something that happened in her workplace. The case was fully dismissed against the person it was about. It was years ago. Then she says, I just got my U.S. citizenship. They're not just handing those out to people who have any sort of felonious past. Bronwyn, that's not the question. Andy asked you, can you tell us the nature of the case? Did somebody rob a bank? Was it fraud? Was it wire fraud? Let us know something. You talking about you're now a U.S. citizen. I said, girl, what does that have to do with anything? That's Bronwyn speak for I got 5 for stealing. Listen, it was definitely giving something. Honey, the way she was ice skating and tap dancing around the questions. Because I literally said, whatever that means. We didn't ask you about your U.S. citizenship, girl. So now Andy brings up the Reddit threads alleging that in 2018, she was let go for making fraudulent purchases on a corporate credit card, totaling $100,000. Todd got involved and dismissed it. So Andy's like, what do you say to that? So Bronwyn says, that's not what the case is about. That's what people are alleging. I said, Bronwyn, it's sounding like Reddit might be right. Because I know that if I'm innocent of whatever happened, I'd be saying, oh no, baby, there was no fraud. I never stole, never touched a corporate credit card. That never happened. That's a bold-faced lie. The fact that you're saying, well, that's what the people are alleging. I said, huh? She needs help. She needs help. The girl needs help. All you Bronwyn stands, y'all are standing for a woman who needs help. Something's not right. Your girl needs help. I was in utter confusion. I said, girl, what does this mean? You said she turned state's evidence. Then why seal the case? She proved all those Redditors right. Exactly. You said she did it. Because, honey, let me tell you something. There's no way that somebody accuses me of doing such a thing and I'm saying, oh, no, baby, that never happened. That's a bold-faced lie. Listen, y'all, that I never did any such thing. I said, girl, you said Todd cleared that case with money. I agree. I feel vindicated, never liked her. You said she stole the money, probably spent it on those ugly outfits, and Todd paid it back. Oh my gosh. So now Andy's like, look, outside of the sealed case and the eviction, were there any other cases filed against you? So Bronwyn says, yeah, in college, I had disputes with roommates, evicted. I had them expunged once I admitted to whatever wrongdoing I had done. I'm not embarrassed about it. I'm not ashamed about it. I said, girl, is giving embarrassment to me? Bronwyn, the way you are embarrassed just because you're taking up space and breathing, you get embarrassed very easily. I highly doubt that you're not embarrassed about your past coming to the forefront. And honestly, Bronwyn, when you get on these shows, especially Housewives, you have to know better than to not disclose this. You should have told us this when you first joined the show. Like, hey, by the way, y'all, this happened some years ago. We wouldn't even be talking about it now. But you chose to lie and hide and not talk about it. And now here we are. Yes, Bronwyn is unhinged, honey. So now she says that she was an idiot. She's trying to make up for it since. We have Lisa whispering to Meredith saying it wasn't that bad. And Andy notices them whispering. So now Andy's like, Meredith, have you heard about any other lawsuits filed against Bronwyn? We all know that Meredith is a lawyer. So Meredith says, well, I haven't really tracked all of this. I heard there were multiple charges, but I haven't paid attention. So Andy's like, well, it seems like you two were whispering during this whole thing. And they're like, it wasn't about Bronwyn. And I said, girl, yes, it was, but we'll just play along. So now Heather's like, is this some sort of tag team with you two? I said, Heather, girl, shut up. First of all, Heather, you still don't like Bronwyn. And you know good and well, first of all, you had Bronwyn's number last season. You kept calling her a liar. So now all of a sudden you want to act like they're wrong for questioning Bronwyn and all this stuff going on? I said, Heather, you are so full of it. And that tag team comment really ate you up inside, because the fact that you've been asking that, you've been saying the same thing now for the last hour. I said, girl, you need help. So now Meredith says, well, I can't speak to my friend. So now Lisa says to Meredith, don't use your voice. And Heather says, don't worry, she won't. I said, Heather, you won't stop until somebody just reads you for filth. So now they take a short break. Andy brings up how his son Ben lost his first tooth. He was emotional about it. Now we're back off the break. So we're down to like the last 4 minutes of the first part. And Andy says, Lisa, once and for all, did you leak the information about Bronwyn's past to the press? Lisa says, no, that's ridiculous. Andy asks Bronwyn, what do you believe? Bronwyn says, I don't think she leaked it, but I do feel like stories get traction when we're on the outs with Lisa. Lisa says that's a lie. There's some dumb stuff that comes up on Twitter and I can read. I was an early reader, by the way. I started reading at 3.5 years of age. Let me just say this, Bronwyn, this goes for anybody who wants to be on The Real Housewives or any reality show, but especially Housewives. Housewives fans are ruthless. If you stole a pack of gum back in 1992 and you went to jail for it or whatever, they will find that out. So for you to blame Lisa, that is just so, like, you are reaching. That is it's such an easy, she's an easy target because you guys don't like her. So you want to pin everything on her. But that's really weak to me. You have to know that when you come on these shows, if you had a criminal record, it will be put on blast. Period. End of story. If your husband had a criminal record, it's going to come up. What are we talking about? When Atlanta first came on, they pulled up Nene's mugshots. They pulled up Sheree's mugshots when Sheree was stealing out of Saks in Cleveland. Who do you think you are in this day and time, especially with social media being what it is, that they're not going to find out your past? Stop blaming Lisa for everything. You did the crime. Now fess up. Like, yes, they found Apollo. Like, enough. I cackled when Lisa said that. Because they're delusional. They're delusional. That's why. And Bronwyn, I'm sorry, Bronwyn, you were sorely mistaken to think that they were not going to dig your past up. You shouldn't have come on the show then. So now Bronwyn says what was troubling for her was it was on Twitter before they left for the trip. While they were on the yacht, somebody on the yacht spoke to a media outlet and told the media outlet that she was late to the trip because of these Twitter allegations. She says that would have been someone on the boat who knew I was late. Who did that from the boat? Lisa says, sorry to break it to you. Nobody was thinking about you. I was having the time of my life on that yacht. So now Bronwyn says the only person I argued with on that boat was you and Britani, and I don't think it was Britani. Lisa's irritated, like, girl, again, I didn't do this. Lisa says, why do you think I would do all this crazy stuff? Heather says, it's not crazy. It's a click of the button. Heather, we know how sneaky you are. We know how press hungry you are. I believe that it was you and you set Lisa up because Heather, you also talk to the press too. Don't like Heather, you think that you're smarter than everybody else. You think you're the smartest person in the room at all times and you're not. I see the play. I have your number and you are so determined to get Lisa out of this group and off this show and it's backfiring. Okay, hence why you're second chair and she's first chair, but I digress. But girl, if anybody leaked it, it was you, because let's not forget, you don't like Bronwyn. You think she's a liar and a phony and a fraud. And you're pinning this on Lisa. You don't, girl, you don't fool me. You don't fool me. Yes, Heather's the biggest liar on the show. Exactly. It was definitely Heather. Exactly. It was bad weather. Who did it? Exactly. They're both over there looking guilty as sin. Exactly. Exactly. So now Lisa says, I don't have an arsenal on anybody. I really don't give an F about y'all. Like, girl, I really don't care about y'all, for if I'm being honest. So Heather's like, well, then why do you have 6 lawyers on retainer? Why do you have cybersecurity and all this stuff then? Why? I said, oh, are you jealous, girl? Like, why do you care about her team of people? Why do you care? Why do you care? So now Lisa's like, do you not understand how many businesses we own? And Heather says, I don't understand your business at all. Lisa owns a tequila line. She owns lounges. She hosts parties for Sundance. What's so hard to explain? Heather, I'm gonna just bear with me. I'm about to just read you for filth, because, girl, the jealousy jumped out. The jealousy jumped out in this last part. The jealousy jumped out in these last few minutes of this first part. I said, girl, you have it bad. You have it bad. You need to get some help. You couldn't be around me, because I'd be nervous that you would take me out. You could not be around me. Girl, you were out of line for this. So she's like, I don't understand your business, Lux Marketing. What is that? How do you make money? Girl, where do you get off asking somebody how they make their money? Who are you? So now she's like, so now she says, Heather's like, you're an event planner. And now Lisa explains what she does. She says, girl, I make millions of dollars a year. So Heather says, I don't understand. What Lux Marketing does, and now you're a millionaire? I said, oh, you are hateful, girl. You are so jealous. So Lisa says, let me break it down to you. Are you ready to listen? I create, Lux Marketing does many things. We incubate brands. We own companies. I created a business with the Bella twins. We sold it 3 years ago. So Meredith co-signs that she's gone to several events. Heather says, I heard you're not friends with the Bella twins anymore. And why does that matter? Why does that matter, girl? Are you jealous? Are you mad that you're not in business with them? Or why are you so mad? Why are you so pressed about whether or not they're still friends? Why do you care? Why do you care, girl? Yes, Heather kept interrupting. And I was waiting for Andy to tell her to shut her mouth. The same way he told Lisa to shut her mouth last season, I wanted him to say, Heather, let her speak. I was too done. No, she's such, it was big weirdo, big hater energy for sure. So now Heather goes on to say, I heard, no, Lisa's like, are you going to listen? So Heather's like, why are you freaking out on me? I'm just asking a question. This is that Karen behavior that Heather pulls. Heather will keep poking at you. Then when you give her a reaction, then it's, oh my gosh, why are you yelling at me? I'm just so afraid. Oh, like Heather, I would have told Andy, I don't want her speaking to me. I don't even want her looking at me. Like, get her away from here, get her off this stage, put her in one of the dressing rooms and have her zoom in. Heather was wearing me thin. Lisa says, you've come to my events, girl. I've had Daniel Radcliffe and you don't at my events and you want to act like you don't know what the F I do. Are you serious? We see the pictures of back in the day. Heather was skinning and grinning, happy to be there, showing all 32 teeth at Lisa's events. I said, that's nasty work. So Lisa's like, are you really that disgusting to ask me how I make money? So Heather says, I don't think I'm disgusting for asking. So we have Bronwyn talking out the side of her mouth. I said, Bronwyn, respectfully, please just shut up. I don't want to hear from you either, girl. Like, be quiet. Lisa says, girl, I don't owe you ish. I do big things with big people, and I'm a big effing deal. I said, let him know, Greg. Let him know. So she's like, Bronwyn, what do you do? Because Todd always says how all you do is spend his money. Like, girl, where's your job? I said, again, yes. What is your job, girl? Besides being a housewife, what was your job prior to Housewives? I'll wait. And Bronwyn was gagged. She just sat there quiet. I said, yeah, girl, next time, shut your mouth. You want to sit up there and get smart, talking at the side of your mouth. And then when somebody clocks you, now it's silence. Why are you popping off at the mouth anyway? Like, stop. No, she was quiet. Lisa packed her ass right on up. She sure did. She sure did. So now, we have Andy asking, Andy brings up the viewers addressing how Heather was gaslighting Lisa on that yacht, and she was. Heather says, yeah, no, she's my friend, but she's also the source. I said, you need help. So Andy's like, what do you attribute to the shift in your friendship? So Heather says, I'm not friends with perfect people. She's still my friend. She's not a good friend. She's an important friend. Heather, let me just say this. You would have never been able to speak to me ever again had you said, you're not my good friend, you're my important friend. What the F does that mean? Let me go back, because I forgot to say this one, make this one point. The sheer audacity and the gall for you to question Lisa Barlow about her businesses when not one time did you ever question Jen Shah. Jen Shah was up here stealing from the old folks, lying, saying that she was in marketing, a bold-faced lie. Andy even asked her, Heather, do you know what Jen Shah does for a living? You said no at that one reunion, and you laughed it off, and that was that. You said, well, she just makes a whole lot of money. That's all I know. So for you to sit up there and allow a scammer to play in your face, you don't question a scammer, but you want to question somebody with a legitimate business, a legal business? Where do you get off on doing this? I was in shock. I said, baby, you were up here palling around with Jen Shah, one of the biggest scammers ever, and you want to sit up here and question Lisa Barlow. You have lost every piece of your mind. On top of that, let's not talk about how Jen Shah was over here lying about they own 4 homes and a private jet. And let's not forget about how Jen Shah was talking about she had 12 assistants on standby. Who has 12 personal assistants? Beyonce doesn't even have 12 personal assistants, but yet Jen Shah has 12 assistants. Stop playing with me. I knew Jen was lying when she said I have 12 assistants. I said, no, you don't. And then come to find out the real gag was she wasn't paying any of them. She was only paying that one guy who went to jail with her. And then the rest of the other 11 assistants were getting paid in Subway sandwiches. Monica said y'all were over there splitting up one meal from Panera Bread. Stop lying. So that was okay for this woman to lie in your face, but you want to question what Lisa does. You could never speak to me, girl. And the fact that you sat up there and lied about that black eye, you could never question me on anything. Ever. 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 You said Panera is good, though. But imagine 12 grown adults splitting a Panera pick 2. Stop playing with me. 11 grown adults splitting one broccoli cheddar soup. Stop it. Please. Child, I just said, girl, you have some nerve. You have some nerve. So now we close out. Lisa's like, I'm a great friend. I'm over these false accusations and labels. I'm not the source. So now we close out with Andy asking Angie, what does she think? Angie pulls out her scroll. Angie, you have to know when to let something go. You have to know when a moment has passed. The same way Heather needs to let the receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything, let that line go. Let this scroll go. It was funny last season. It's fallen flat now. And that's what I'm talking about, Angie. You just reek of desperation. So she pulls out this scroll. She says, I've known Lisa for a long time. I found out that she was trolling me. She says she's not the source, but if you open the scroll and open your phone, the person trolling me has the same number as Lisa. So Lisa says, do you want to talk about the pictures that you have on your phone? And that's where we end the first part. But yeah, I don't care what anybody says. I feel like Lisa held her own. I'm just in shock that certain people could ever question Lisa about anything when they were hanging around people who were scammers. And that last part of this first part really blew me because Heather, the audacity, the unmitigated gall for you to sit up here and question Lisa's businesses when you were best friends, you were locked in with a woman who was a fraud. I was shocked, y'all. I was shocked. Yeah, Lisa ate this. Lisa ate this first part. Ate. Okay. What's Mary's issue with Lisa? They were doing press together with Meredith at the beginning of the season. Yes, they were. Why was she so hostile towards her now? I feel like Mary's moods blow with the wind. Mary's a very moody person. So 1 minute she loves you, next minute she can't stand you. You never know what you get with Mary, in my opinion. Mary's not a reliable friend to me because you don't know, again, she goes with the wind. 1 minute she loves you, next minute, she can't stand you and you're delusional. So I forgot Whitney and Angie were there. Same here. Mary is a follower. Oh, I saw somebody was asking about the upper poor joke. Yeah, that's a Potomac joke that you got to go back. Like, was that what? That was we said that when Mia got arrested. That was the Mia live when she got arrested. Mary is leaning wherever she can to deliver minimal effort. I agree. The only person Mary has been reliable on disliking is Britani. I agree. Absolutely, especially with Meredith on that beach. That was so volatile. Yes, it was. Okay, it was 2 months ago. Thank you. Hey, Dean Nicole, thank you for the super chat. I was just curious, everybody. I'm indifferent when it comes to Lisa. It was no shade. I love me some Brooke Ashley. Thank you. I love you right back. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Speaking of businesses, Monica is saying Heather's black eye was from a botched filler from her spa because her eye looked already swollen the episode before. Well, listen, I don't believe that because remember, the reason why Heather told the truth at the reunion in season 4 was because Monica knew the truth. And she even said, Monica knew what Jen did to me. So I don't know why Monica's trying to now lie and rewrite history. Because Monica was even up there saying, yeah, I knew the whole time that Jen blacked your eye. Hey, Paulina K5268. Thank you for the super chat. Heather is scared of Jen with Lisa is jealousy. Yes. Hey, Sweet Honey X. Thank you for the super chat. Heather tried to use the same tire tactics for this Captain Jason story about them hooking up. And Andy shut that down, making Heather clear it up. Yes, he did. Yeah. Andy said, we're not going to do this. Heather was trying, and Andy said, no, baby, we're not even going to sit up here and do this. Hey, Gemini 617. Thank you for the super chat. Bronwyn sat there like, call me when you need me. Hey, Andreas DeWolf. Thank you for the super chat. Heather gives, when I was born, I couldn't talk or walk. Yes. Oh, she just wants sympathy. Hey, Bio Miss Flores. Thank you for the super chat. Muzzy said, let me spit these dentures out real quick. Hey, Sweet Honey X. Thank you for the super chat. Heather, the biggest hypocrite because she scolded Lisa in that store about counting Angie's pockets. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you. Heather was the first one saying, well, you were wrong for that. You don't bring up what somebody has financially. You don't do that. What's wrong with you? She sure did. And now you want to say to her at the reunion, how do you make your money? That's what I'm saying. I can't take Heather seriously. A mess. I can't take Heather and her nonsense. Hey, Rich the Fish, thank you for the super chat. Lisa and Meredith were wide awake and present. Lisa won. I agree. They were ready, honey. Hey, Cliff 2FS, thank you for the super chat. New sub here. Discovered you via Kempire over the holiday break, and I'm obsessed. Thank you so much. You're so brilliant, hilarious, and spot on with your commentary. Keep it up. Hashtag upper poor, hashtag 28K, hashtag Monique in the van. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm crack. Oh, so Cliff, it looks like you super chatted me twice about the same comment. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'm so glad that you're here. We have a good time here. You said Tiki Head and Conwin cannot stay consistent even if you paid their lying behinds. Heather is a hypocrite when she doesn't like you. Very much so. Yes. Why does Heather insist on being the moral police on what is right and wrong? Very true. The way Bronwyn and Heather's face cracked when Lisa demanded, "What do you do?" Oh, yes, they were sitting up there stunned. Did everybody forget what the Cast Minds Method and Angie have done to Mary? Do y'all let micro and macroaggressions go so easily? No, hold on. Now, wait a minute, glasses. Because I was on everybody's behind when the whole Jenny Wynn situation happened in season 2, when Jenny was a clear racist, right? But we're not going to sit up here and act like Mary was happy to be there in season 1. Mary had a piss poor attitude before the whole Jenny Wynn stuff. Two things can be true. Mary was treated poorly before she left the show, but Mary did come on with a staying attitude before all that mess happened. You said, "Oh my gosh, we hit the 2-hour mark. Please let's have a nice chat today." Baby, we might be closing out this chat soon. Okay, we have 5 more minutes, so. Oh, okay. That wasn't for you. Someone in the chat said the cast can't go after Mary because she is black. Wait, who said that? Now, y'all, keep it respectful and let's not get stupid in this chat. Let's not get stupid in this chat, y'all. Now, who said that? Do you know their names? Child. Lord have mercy, y'all. You said, "Brooke, please behave. I don't want Brooke to use her HR voice on us again. That was not cool, whoever started it." Lord have mercy. You said, "Lock the doors, Jameer." Oh, no. Oh, my, not PTSD from last night. Honey, we about to close the doors again, honey. Oh, Lord. Oh, you gave a name too? Lord have mercy. Child. Baby, the 2-hour mark strikes again. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, okay. You think Jameer got them? Listen, it's always at the 2-hour mark, honey. Let me grab my bottle of Crown Royal. Oh, gosh. Why can't we all just get along? I know. Oh, gosh, y'all. Child. You said, oh, Jameer said you're just finding out about this now. Child. Y'all gonna have Jameer drinking his liquor like this tonight. Jameer said y'all had him drinking like this when he got off the live last night. He said y'all acted terrible last night. Oh, no. Y'all, come on. Is it past the 2-hour mark? Freaks, come out. Yes, honey. Brooke's gonna have Brooke cut these lives to only 30 minutes. Yes. No, wait. I just joined. Why is Brooke already stressed out? Because we're at the 2-hour mark, child. And mess is already popping off. Get the cigars. You said Brooke gonna up that watch and subscribe time by next season of SLC. Oh my gosh. Mary talks about kids and husbands. She called Lisa's kid a nasty word and poor John for being Lisa's hubby. Not the sun is down, honey. The sun is down. Everybody's coming out, about to bust up the live, child. It's about to be baddies in here. Oh my Lord, y'all. This is strike 2. One more. Yeah, baby. It's about to be back to pre-recorded videos, honey. It might be back to pre-recorded videos. If y'all don't stop, if y'all don't stop, please don't get Brooke on that cigar again. The chat's gonna be just Jameer next time. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, y'all better please, y'all better stop giving Jameer and Brooke grace. Y'all oh, we rebuke it. Brooke gonna go from come on in to lock the doors. Only 3 of us will be allowed to comment. Yeah, I might have to set it to where if you've been subscribed to me since 2021, because some of y'all are showing out. Some of y'all are showing out who have never shown out before. Child, please. Somebody get Mary's anointing oil and Phaedra's prayer cloth. People are getting off of work ready to let that work stress out. Well, don't let it over here. I miss the pre-recorded videos, Brooke. I miss your Lisa impression. Oh, she's going to make us enter a password she sent us. I might have to do that. Brooke is shutting down the laptop like Nene, child. Brooke is going to pull the car over and beat all our behinds. I'm about to get the bell. I'm about to get the bell on everybody. Oh my gosh. You need a message to pop up at the 2-hour mark saying behave. Thank you very much. Please hit your like, folks. Yes. Did you see the preview clip for next week's part 2? I did. With Britani walking off the stage saying F everybody, F this. You said not 2021. I don't know if I'll make the cut. These folks are acting like Love Island stands. I don't know what they're acting like. I don't know. I don't know what to call this craziness lately. There's going to be a secret code. Black Amex users only. You said hush that damn noise, okay? Oh, thank you very much. The Lisa Barlow impressions are everything. Did the trolls at least get to pick out their switch? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, Brooke is going to be Marlo. Today drained me. Folks are going to have to show their Amex to get in the live. Yeah, honey, I'm about to have y'all show your 28,000 Van Cleef and your black Amex to get in the door, honey. I'm going to need y'all to show it before you come in. Very much that. I got my Van Cleef on right now, so surely I made the cut. All right. Yes, it's something about the 2-hour mark is insane. Turning this into a trap house. I'm serious. The minute we get to that, when the minute the clock strikes like an hour, 59 minutes, that's when all the crazy comes out. And I don't know, and all hell breaks loose. And some of y'all turn into a straight up nut. And I'm like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. Do y'all take Discover? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You said, do y'all take Discover? Do y'all take Apple Card? You said, I'll grab one of Angie's. I only have a metal Visa. Yes. Baby, they had you fighting in the chat. Child, they had Steven fighting for his life in the chat last night. I couldn't believe that. Oh, they know that you're done with the recap. They start coming. Yeah, that's what it's giving. In the words of Giselle, who do I have to sleep with to get into Brooke's lives? Here comes a homosexual with a secured card. Oh, no. Not you pop your popcorn at the 1 hour 58 minute mark. Now you know. Chase Sapphire at the bare minimum, okay? What about a pearl necklace and a Chime account? Oh my Lord, you said no gold cars. You said put your Amazon Cleef on because that's all you got, child. Do you take rush cards? No rush cards, please. Oh my gosh. Hey, Ivan's Lyra. Thank you for the super chat. I'm watching the Black Eye episode, and indeed, Heather's using sunglasses in several indoor places for no reason. Very sus. Reddit said Bravo did touch-ups. Child, a mess. Is giving very much that. My Cashapp card is black. Yeah, you know that's coming. That's going to come soon, and that's about to bust up the live. What about my student ID? Oh, y'all have me in here screaming, y'all. Please. Oh, gosh. Let me go to K Julius and get me something nice. So y'all take EBT. Brooke, make sure you accept Sapphire too, please. Yes, I know. Chase Sapphire reserved. Brooke, you take Klarna. It's my third time. Quick, someone whip out their old metro station card. All I got is a student card in Dreams, Brooke. Oh my gosh. Let me mail in my 28,000 child. Oh my gosh. You take picture frames. Yes, honey. 28,000. 28,000. Is there a payment plan? Yes, honey. Not pull a Bronwyn and rob the job, honey. Let me spray paint this debit card. Y'all better start. Y'all take checks. You take Groupon. Y'all better stop playing with me today. Child, you say I'm gonna have to bust open my retirement account. They're coming in here like you giving out free McChickens. I got 5 on it. Child, you better stop it. Not 5. Do y'all take a credit score of 500? Brooke pulling this out right at the top of tax season. Don't do me. Oh my gosh, y'all have me. Y'all, well, you take a Rolex. Send it over here, baby. No, I'm joking. Yes, honey. 28,000 in 4 installments. Yes, honey. Oh my gosh. McChicken, we too classy for that. We do McRibs. We trying to be VVIP. Well, you take a good spread as payment. Oh my gosh. Now see these fools done came in and messed up the thing. My funky Daniba voice. Now we got to pull out our credit cards. Child, this chat is on 28,000 today. I love it. Is there a layaway plan? Not you're gonna melt your silver and gold. I'm screaming. Listen, y'all, we're here just for a good time. Okay. May I humbly present my Macy's Platinum card? Some of that salmon from Angel's house. Y'all have me screaming. Let me go grab one of Wendy's credit cards. Well, that's not going to help you because you know they're all maxed out. Can't even use them. Bill collectors calling. They've been defunct. They've been out of use for probably a good 18 months. Oh my gosh. 16K on the wrist and you could sit 3rd row. Exactly. Let them know. Let them know, honey. Let me give you this JC Penney's card. Oh, you said don't take her debt, honey. We don't need another Pam Oliver or Eddie Hennessy. A piece of Uncle Lump's catfish. And a piece of Wendy's half-eaten Popeyes. The Rolex can't tick. Afterpay, child, y'all better stop it. You said you also have a student card. I'm at an HBCU. Did that count for the black card? Show a little nasty browser's ankle. An exact replica of Chilla's tent in a bottle. Y'all have me screaming, y'all. Y'all, I will say today's live was good. Let's keep it that way. I feel like things go awry when I do the hot topics lives. That's when when I do a standalone video about like, the Wendy and Eddie mess or Candy and Todd last night talking about the different hot topics. That's when I feel we get some foolishness when we have standalone videos and not the recap lives. Because when I feel like the live recaps, for the most part, are pretty good. There have been some trolls, but I feel like the trouble comes when I do the standalone lives. Yes, the Todd video, baby, when that homosexual came in that live talking crazy to us with the Candy and Todd divorce news, I said, my God. Yes, honey, them demons get triggered by the light. No, it's true. Yes, when it's a variety video, it gets crazy. I stepped away to cook and I'm catching up. It was me who said I think they go the F on each other about small things, but bite their tongue when Mary goes in on them. Yeah, no, you've never acted up in a live. Ciao. I have PTSD from last night. I'm never like when I'm telling you that last night, what happened in those last 5 minutes, I said, yeah, I don't think I'll ever speak about that couple ever again, child. Child, that was crazy. When I talk about the male Dusty, they come out in droves. That one homosexual was asking for it when he came in here. Yeah, when he was talking real crazy in the Candy and Todd divorce live. You need more mods to corral the chat. That was crazy. Woo, child. You said I got $10 on a Starbucks gift card. He was attention starved. Listen. Am I saying your name right? Ilham Rage 16. Listen, you won't even get me. You can't even get me to say the initials. That's all. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, because y'all were just informing me about, and then all of a sudden things, all hell broke loose. I said, wait, what? Nobody said anything. Ciao. Jameer working 5 jobs in the chat. Bless it. Brooke, would you ever do like girl talks? I feel that you'd be great at that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to do more. I mean, I feel like the homosexual live was a girl talk about, listen, girls, you never date, marry down. You don't sit up here and move a man in your home, especially a homeless man. So I feel like we're doing more. I'm doing more girl talks about that. Okay, I said your name correctly. No, your comment has me screaming. You can't even get me to say the initials. Going forward, anything, no, I don't even know what. I don't even put those 2 letters together. You won't even be able to get me to say the JW Marriott, okay? Me and you see each other, okay? Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, that couple wasn't even worth the drama. Oh gosh. Yeah, so yeah, Rookie said that's a wrap. Peace out. Oh my, we were having such a great time before. We were having such a great time. Such a great time. Oh my goodness. Y'all. No, we're not gatekeeping. It literally, and a lot of subscribers will tell you, if you miss a live, you miss a lot. I feel like something always happens. There's so many a new inside joke. Now we have a new inside joke. Now we can add this to the lore. We can call that the initials gate. We can call it that. That's part of the lore now. I mean, I feel like if you miss one live, if you miss 2 lives or 3 lives, you've missed a whole like month's worth of jokes. Don't be like me not knowing about 28,000. You said, yeah, divorce gate. Yes, there's always something. Watch the playback and enjoy, but the last 5 minutes were intense. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Let's just call it divorce gate just to keep it safe. No, yes. Yes. We'll just call it divorce gate, but there's an alternate name to it. But we'll just call it divorce gate to be safe. Yes. Oh my gosh. Now where is Black Love when I need it? Oh, your last live until next Thursday. I'm heading to the DR. Oh, have fun. Enjoy your families. Enjoy the wedding. Have a good time. But I'm telling you right now, though, when you come back next Thursday, you'll have missed a lot. So, because I'm sure we're gonna have even more stuff to add to it. Brooke turned the lights off and said, "Y'all can leave." Yeah, no, because I ended the live. When I saw the foolishness, I said, "Okay, nope, that's it. Have a great night, y'all." I turned the lights off, honey. Oh my God! But have a wonderful time, Stephen. Oh my gosh! Yes, even the words "inside joke" caused a tussle. Yeah, it caused a tussle last week. That started the whole thing. I said, "My God." I said, "Ooh wee." You said you went to bed after that live. I was totally discombobulated. Oh no. You said, Brooke said, "I don't care where y'all go, but y'all got to get the F out of here." I got the broom, honey. I got the broom, and I said, "Y'all got to go." You opened your wine up after that live. My God. You said you grabbed your wine and made a meal. I was stress eating. Oh my gosh. Yes, the girls just want to have a tussle over the smallest things these days. Very much so. I said, "Okay, y'all, it's been fun. Y'all have a good night." Oh my gosh. Oh, Lord have mercy. You said you got in the bed after that live and started reading a novel? Child, I played Animal Crossing after that. Wow. You guys are so funny. Live had me all shook up. Every time I leave, something happens. What is going on? Yes, honey. I sent y'all right on home. I said, mm-mm. I said, "No, honey, here's your to-go plate. I hope you have fun." And I sent everybody out the door. I said, "Oh no, baby. It was a swift. Oh no, you guys to go. Y'all guys to go." Oh my gosh. When you ended the live, I was like, "Damn, we can't have nothing nice." You said live ended so quickly, I forgot my purse. Oh, you said no last call or nothing. Okay. Oh gosh. Child. Closing time. Yes, honey. Oh, that was one for the books. But this was a good live. This was a good live. Yes, it was a Greek waiter energy, very much so. Everybody out, no refunds. Oh yes, it was giving very much that. Like, don't even bother calling your bank. Don't even call your bank to try to get a refund on this. Nope, don't try to even get a charge back. Y'all messed up. Y'all gotta go. Don't even try to do it. You said y'all left with your eyeballs in your purses. I love your lies. They keep me laughing. You said the bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. Oh my gosh, honey. You guys didn't even get dessert. Nobody got dessert. Child. You turned on the lights and said, "Leave, honey." That's very much how I felt when I entered that live last night. I said, they're not getting anything else till probably next week. You said, "Brooke, most of the time I'm doing schoolwork for your evening lives. I end up struggling up to 1 a.m. after being distracted. I do it every week, though." Oh my gosh. No, don't let me distract you from your schoolwork, though. Yes, very much that. You don't have to go home, but big Meredith energy. Yes, you can leave. Very much so. Honey, okay. Read the disclaimer, honey. No refunds. No refunds. Oh my gosh. Yes, Brooke did us like Ramona did Jill and kicked us off a scary island. You said I only had 2 bites of my meal and was escorted out. And I said, yes, honey, y'all are out of here. I don't care about that. Nope. Here's your to-go plate, honey. And go on out the door. Brooke pulled an Angel RHOP. It's time for y'all to leave my house. We couldn't even get the free mints and the receipt. Nope. Oh my gosh. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. No, for real. Smoke that cigar like the high value man in Colorado, honey. I was like, my eyes were all low, honey. I said, Brooke took out that cigar quickly. Okay. I kept thinking about that Marlo meme after Brooke kicked us out. Child. Oh my gosh. Brooke turned the water off. Yes, no, I know. No, yeah, this time I turned the water off. I did that. That was me. I did that. Because y'all came in trying to mess up the live chat. I had turned the water off and teach y'all a lesson. Take the breadsticks and go. Child, they found the cigar man on Instagram. No way. Are you serious? Brooke got us students caught up. I was able to take my braids down to tangle and wash my hair during this live. Oh, I love that. Oh, gosh. Oh, congratulations. That's very exciting. Yes, Brooke kicked us out like Nene kicked Portia out of her closet. Yup. You skedaddling after the ruckus in the chat had me hollering. Yeah, we're talking about yesterday. Yep. You were overstimulated. So was I. Cigar dude had me like, who is this diva? Brooke took our water and said, you're going to learn today. Now, you know you messy for this question. I am screaming. I'm sitting in a cap, deep conditioning my hair during this live. Oh, I love that. Oh, I know that's right. You said no whole baths today. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yes, no, I was giving y'all my good Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. Learn from this. Like y'all had me yelling. I could not believe y'all. I was this close to getting out my belt and waving it and saying, y'all need a spanking. All of y'all needed spankings yesterday. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. I had to go in the bush and weave, honey. Shout out to Iyanla. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You said you quoted Nene and said, well, this ain't the Oscars. Oh. Oh my Lord, honey. Not you had the belt ready. Yes, I know. Because I could not believe it. Yes, no, you were good. You were good. Oh gosh. The other people started, not us. We won't say their names. You said gutter snipes. Brooke and the belt has me cracking up. Oh my gosh. Took my eyes out my head and went to bed blind. Got me wanting to apologize every day now. Oh no. Oh gosh. I had to work late today. This live saved a few of my employees' lives today. I'm screaming. Yes, I did. I hit the wrap it up box. Yes, Brooke kicked us out like Candace kicked Forehead out. Very much so. Very much so. Oh gosh. Yes, Brooke said y'all effed around and found out. Listen, honey. Child, I blame that subscriber who was thirsty for you and your business. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Now, yes, because that was the first strike. And she kept asking too. That was what was wild to me. And I was like, that is just, you're crossing a boundary. That was wild to me because she wouldn't stop. She asked about 3 or 4 times. And I was just like, wait, what? Hold on. That's when it started. We were an hour into it. We were an hour into the conversation. We were on Candy and Todd. And that's when that was the first strike. That was the first strike. You said, "Oh Lord," and you mentioned the belt today. She would have gone nuts. Oh, you have me screaming. You have me screaming. Oh my gosh. Oh, the fresh subscriber. People really have no boundaries. Yeah, that was so intrusive of her. Like, mind your business. Yeah, yeah. She probably would have liked it. She probably would have liked it. Oh my gosh. You have me yelling. Uh-huh. Yeah, she probably would have liked it. A mess. That woman was trying to do some hood reporting. Yes, she was. She was trying to have a Brazzers moment. She really was. She was getting Michael Darby tease. You said stop. Oh my gosh. Jameer, I'm screaming. Y'all are wild. You have me screaming in this chat. She's trying to get back in the live now. My sister just walked in and was like, "Why are you laughing so damn much?" I'm screaming. Yes, very much overly freaked out. It's just like, I don't like, we have no rapport. I don't know you. This is rude. This is intrusive. Like, who? I was shocked. I was shocked. She'll be back in 1 month with a new account. She watched from the window. Child, I was like, just no manners, no couth, no sense, no boundaries. Child, they was flinging their whip around, asking you so many times. Very much no decorum. Andrew Jackson, you have me screaming. Brooke, are you watching Traitors? Yes, I am watching Traitors. I'm gonna do like a live recap for Traitors. There's so much TV on. Y'all have me screaming. Why the F am I missing everything going on? What freaky frog y'all talking about? You have to watch yesterday's live. Go back to watch last night's live and you'll see everything that we're talking about. You'll see everything. And and it's so funny because talking about last night's live, a few of y'all saw that I had put the live on private because I was so upset. I was so angry and I was going to just delete the live or just have it on private. And then a lot of y'all hit me up on Twitter and said, "Brooke, what happened to the live? Why is it off? Like, what happened?" I was watching it and it went off, but I was this close to saying, "You know what? You guys are not going to see the replay of this live." And I was going to put the live on private actually. Yes, I am. I'm going to. I'm going to, because I have a lot to say and it's a really good season. And yet, no, the cast is phenomenal. You said I was here. Maybe I stepped out for a second. Well, you did. Well, you stepped out. You obviously you must have stepped out for at least an hour. Because you seem like you missed a lot. So you probably only watched maybe the first 20 minutes. You said you noticed that. No, you don't have to apologize. You weren't, you didn't do anything. You said you saw it was on private. I understood. Yeah, I was so upset. You said, yeah, you knew that something happened because the video vanished into thin air. Yeah, because I was like, no, I'm taking this video down. No one's going to watch the replay. Are you going to review the Valley Persian style? Okay, so I might do a joint recap for Traitors and the Valley Persian style. So I watched the first 2 episodes. You guys were not lying. It is phenomenal. The majority of those couples are going right to a divorce. That the one married couple where the woman is the CEO of that tech company and the husband doesn't have a job and they're miserable together. I said, oh, we got to talk. We have to talk, honey. A mess. A mess. I do feel bad because you're not someone that need to be doing this, like, honestly. Well, no, I appreciate that. I'm gonna watch after this. Yeah, it's a good replacement for the Beverly Hills reviews. So Traders is just a competition. Yeah. Oh, it's a competition. It's a really, really good show, and this cast is phenomenal. Some of these people ask questions to test the temperature. It was probably Ashley who asked for the fake YouTube page. But the funny part is, okay. So I never addressed this. I haven't seen them in a while, but there was a subscriber who got out of line and started asking some really inappropriate questions when we did the live. One of the first lives ever, where when I reviewed the episode for Potomac when they were on Wendy's trip last season, and it was when Ashley and Jacqueline had that kiss, and then there was somebody in the chat asking really inappropriate questions, and they kept asking it. I didn't have moderators then, but I was going to embarrass them. Like, this is so inappropriate. Like, why? And that they wouldn't stop. And last night brought me back to that. And like, no, and going forward, I should, like, thinking in hindsight, I should have just said, listen, you have no right to ask me anything of the sort. Like, it was really weird. It was really bizarre. So last night was kind of triggering because it reminded me of that one subscriber who pulled that same stunt when I reviewed the episode. I did the live recap for that Potomac episode where Ashley and Jacqueline, yeah. Just to leave Beverly Hills, child. You said, as someone who watched Shaw's, this was great TV, but also concerning too. Very much so. You said, just went and looked back. I only got to the hour mark, but I probably was doing something since I cut it short. People are so different. I was raised not to speak on vulgar or explicit things in public or with strangers. It's Tommy for me. He gives 0 F still. You said, I feel like I do need to apologize because I did call the person out and I should have stayed quiet because it went more left. I feel like I don't think you should blame yourself, because I think that it looked to me that even if you all had ignored it, or even if you had ignored it, it was still going to go crazy. Like, that's what it felt like. So please don't blame yourself. I kind of feel like whatever, even if you had ignored it, it would have still gone left, I feel. And you were trying to do your best to say, hey, like, can you stop? I don't know. Yeah, like, you can't blame yourself. You cannot blame yourself. Yeah, it was like, you can't blame yourself. Exactly. Like, I think that it was still going to go left regardless. Yes. Like, it was going to still go, The other Reza is a cutie. Oh yeah, Reza Jackson, but he's such an F boy. That girl put him on the spot, very much so. I feel like he's going to annoy me. I feel like the other Reza is going to annoy me so bad. But yeah, it was the first 2 episodes were chef's kiss. No, not now, but it was yet on yesterday's live. Biomist Florist, you have me screaming. Yeah, no, the Valley Persian style is really good. F boys are so 2025. Well, child, some of them are coming on into 2026. Yeah, I agree. Like, you cannot blame yourself at all. Now I'm hyped to watch it. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, it's a really good show. I was shocked at how much I enjoyed it. What season are you on for The Valley? I'm on, it's only one, it's only the first season of it for The Valley Persian style. Yeah, it's a really good show. Oh yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah, like don't even don't it's in the, don't even give it a second thought. Are we talking about Shaw's? Yeah, we're talking about the new spinoff, The Valley Persian style. It's so good. Gigi's showing restraint, but I know she's gonna go off. I feel like Gigi has not shown much growth because when Reza was talking to her about the whole house, trying to buy a house and her spending habits, and she's like, "Yeah, I spend 4,000 on weed." I feel like Gigi has not really grown up at all. I think that Gigi is still very like immature and very stunted, in my opinion. There needs to be a mandate for men who still want to play these childish games to go to fight in a war or something. I'm sick of them causing turmoil everywhere. Exactly. I'm peeping how the jewelry designer keeps saying she never wanted to get married. Oh my gosh, I know. And then they sleep in different rooms. A mess. Lisa Barlow's on Worst Cooks in America. I saw that. Gigi needs to use that 4K on a stylist. Gigi's freaking 44. She's a lost cause. Her dad pays all her bills. The Lisa Barlow stray in the chat. I like, but she needs to grow up. Yeah, no, she does need to grow up. And I'm listen, I'm all for if your parents have it and they still help you financially, I see nothing wrong with that at all. I'm here for it. But I think that you still need to be a bit responsible. And like with Gigi, she's just so irresponsible. And my thing is, I love clothes and pieces too much to spend 4,000 on a substance. Like you're spending $4,000 on weed. You could spend that on some shoes and some purses and a bag. It's like, girl, really? Like, I don't know. At least with like designer pieces, you can sell your pieces if things get tough or if you just want some spending money and to clear your closet. Like it's an investment in my opinion, but it's like, what's the return on investment spending 4,000 on weed? You said I need my rest, so I'm fine with sleeping in separate beds when the snoring becomes too much. I love Mercedes' mom. I think Vita is so rude. That's always been my biggest thing about Vita. I hate the way she treats Mercedes, and the fact that Vita has never apologized to Mercedes for how she treats her. It's giving that her mom is a narcissist. You never hear her compliment Mercedes. It's always a jab. If she does say something somewhat nice, it's still a backhanded compliment. She gives very much Muzzy vibes. I feel like she's a bitter old woman, still bitter about what happened with her and Mercedes' dad. Like she's not. I don't like her, and the fact that she will never apologize to her daughter, and then I don't like how Tommy is criticizing MJ in front of their son. You don't do that. Like Tommy, at first I want to like Tommy, but seeing how he's always picking at her, poking at her when he knows that she gets that from her mom, I don't like that. And I don't believe in a husband poking fun at their wife. That no, I didn't see that growing up. I don't deal with that dating. No, a man has one time to even pump fake like he wants to nag me or give a backhanded compliment, and it's a wrap. No, I don't do that. MJ's already filed for divorce. Yup, the son. When they showed the flashback of the son saying, "Oh yeah, you look nice. Well, get out of here." I said, to have a young boy already doing that, and that's how he's going to treat women growing up. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't play. No, I don't do that. Yeah, negging is so toxic. No, it is abusive. I don't do that. And if a man negs you, that's his way to check your temperature to see what you'll accept. Because it's gonna get worse. I don't play that. I remember I went out on a date and this guy thought he was funny and was like, "Oh, your little channel." The way that date was over, and I still get messages like, "I'm sorry. Like, can we just try it out again?" No, I don't. I don't do jealousy from anybody. You have one time. I don't care how cute, handsome, well off. I don't play that. These men out here can be very jealous, nasty, toxic, and they will have your life turned upside down. And I love myself too much. I don't play that. I don't play that. And I don't know. You have one time. Yes, it's a backhanded compliment. It's a backhand. It's a lot. You have a lot of men, a lot of losers who like watch pickup artists. They'll try to nag a woman. And Tommy negs MJ. I don't do that. I don't do that. No, and oh no. I know. Oh, I know. This happened when I had this happened like what? This was a while back. I had hit 30,000 and I was just like, oh no. And that's a wrap. I don't. And they want to play victim and say, I was just joking. It's not a joke. Men don't joke. Men don't joke around. Men don't joke around. And that's a hateful thing to say. Like, I don't accept stuff from friends. I don't accept bad treatment from anybody. And folks can feel like, oh, you're too sensitive. No, I'm not too sensitive. I care about myself too much. You don't even have one time. You show me a yellow flag, because there are a lot of other women would have just accepted that and said, oh, he's just joking. It's not that big of a deal. No, absolutely not. It's never a joke. Yes. And then they are so shocked when they see, oh, she don't play that. And I still get hits on the line, like, give me another chance. We're not, no. So yes, no, you listen. I had a friend who would say to me, how's that little job you got? We're not friends anymore. Exactly. No, you can't play with it. Who can stand before jealousy? Nobody. It's biblical. Jealousy is demonic. Jealousy will take folks out of here. It's not a game. It's not a game. I'm very strict. I'm very strict. No, for real. It's true. I'm very strict. Very strict. I don't play that. I have no patience for none of that. Never. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Keep it away. No, it's very true. Okay? Absolutely not. So, yeah, no, it does. It's a very slippery slope. It's a slippery slope that leads to nothing but chaos, confusion, strife, people losing their lives. It's not a joke. It's not to be played with. And there is nothing worse than a jealous man. You have a man pocket watching you, a man jealous of your success, you need to run. His number needs to be blocked. You must be strict. You must be strict. Must. Okay? Child. No, for you must protect your peace. Going down the wrong road. No, it's true. It's true. Only praise is allowed. No, it's very true. Yup, negging is a backhanded compliment small men use to put women out of their league and their place. Very true. And like, listen, honey, I grew up with parents who always complimented me. I came from a loving family. I came from a loving father, a loving mother. My dad treated me like gold. Treated my mom like gold, my sister like gold. There's none of that. So it's always been real strict about that. You said, I agree, Brooke. My friend got dumped by her ex after she got her second degree. I told her you're better off. Yes, no, she is better off. She is. And he did her a favor. Rejection is God's protection. He did her a favor. He did her a favor. Because thank God he left, because you have so many men out here lying in the wait to do something crazy. So thank God he left. Because a lot of these men don't leave. They're going to sit there and try to drain the life out of these women. So thank God he left. God is good. So Brooke, I commend you for your commitment to YouTube. I don't think I could ever pull it off. You do it with such ease. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, honey, yeah, you can't play. You cannot let people say what they want to say and let them try to call you up and message you from blocked accounts, from burner accounts, because they're blocked. The main one is blocked. But yeah, no, you can't play around. You cannot play around, honey. Jealousy will take you up out of this world. Yes, waiting for an excuse to do evil. Because think about it. Think about the all these horror stories of these women getting with men who have less than them. I've told you guys this story several times. The woman who lived in Baltimore, she was like thinking, she was a high-paid engineer, and she married a bum, and that man took her life. He told the cops that it was a homeless person who took her life, and they ran the tapes back, and baby, it was him. He was jealous of her. Okay, that woman who was, I think she lived she was either, I think, in Houston. She was the head of the hospital, and she was making like $500,000-$600,000 plus a bonus. So she was seeing at least close to $1 million. And she married a bum, moved that man into her house, and he took her life. So you can't. That's why I'm always stressing about, you cannot be with insecure men. You cannot be with a jealous man, because I said it last night's live. A man can have money and have a great job, and he can still be jealous of the woman having some fame and notoriety. And I told you guys that. So you have to be with a man who's so secure in himself and happy for you, because if not, these men will take you out. Yes, he was the homeless person. Yep. It's terrible. Once a bridge is burnt, you will be stuck where you are. Exactly. I'm so glad my husband got his own and I got my own. Yep. He took her out with his daughter. Her stepdaughter took her out with her bum father. And they're both in jail. Clowns. Y'all, listen, y'all. You ain't tell a lie, Brooke. I know. Listen, I have. Listen, I'm telling you. You can't play out here. That's even friendship. And this is not a woe is me thing. I'm not asking for anybody's sympathy or any pity, but it could be, it's interesting being a content creator and trying to navigate the friendship space. Because the minute you say to me, because I was out somewhere talking to a group of people, and the first thing that happens is people compare what they do to me, to what I do. Because somebody was like, "Oh, I'm just a teacher. You probably think that I'm so lame." And I'm like, I never said that. Like, so it's just, you have to keep your head on a swivel when you're a woman who's public, because it can be tricky navigating dating and navigating new friendship. Because the minute you compare yourself and what we do, we can never be friends. Acquaintances at best. I see you out. Hey, how are you? But the minute you get that comparison, it can be real. It's real interesting out here. The projection. I can't do friends with low self-esteem. I need friends to have their own motion. I need people who love their lives. People who love their lives. That's what you need to aim for. Because I can't be friends with somebody who does not love their life. Because that's going to be. We could do a separate live on this, but it's real interesting out here. It's real interesting out here. It is. You just, child, that kind of stuff brings you down. No, for real. Yes, and that's why it's so true what this woman on TikTok said. Create the best life for yourself, take care of yourself, and do what you want to do in this life, so that way you're not a hater. And I think that a lot of this jealousy is stemming from people not living their life to the fullest, and they're jealous of other people who are living their lives to the fullest. Because I do feel like you're going to feel a way if you followed what your parents wanted, but if you didn't go after what you wanted in this life, you're going to feel a way about people who've gone after what they wanted in life. And I can't be friends with people who are not doing what they want to do in life. It's like, it's real strict, because that I can't, it's because listen, for me, I don't have patience, and I take my life very seriously, and I'm not going to have any craziness, any crazy energy, jealous energy in my space. And I'm going to just cut you off. There is no conversation. We're adults. I'll be gone with the wind. If I sense the tiniest, I'm out. And you can feel free to make a TikTok video about me, about I'm mean, I'm this or that, that's fine. But I'm not dealing with it. It's just, no, it's true. It's true. Yes, Shanquella Robinson, that story shook me to my core. That story shook me to my core about what happened. And that's why I stopped with those girls trips too. We will do a separate conversation on this. We will do a separate conversation on this. Honey, it's not a game out here. And that's why you need to be have your head on a swivel. I'm not saying that everybody's horrible. I'm just saying keep your head on a swivel. You can't get swept up in wanting new friends or wanting love. I date, I have fun, but my head is always on a swivel. And the minute I sense that, there might be a little bit of unease about what I do, then I got to go. So yes, same here. And I haven't even, one day I'll tell that story. One day I might tell that story. Listen, those girls trips, babe, that something about getting to a new destination, being in that hotel room, and that jealousy jumps out on a vacation. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Child. A mess. One day, maybe one day. Child, a mess. Yeah, no, and we have to talk about that. We have to talk about that. That was the same reason too. Child, we'll be here. I did not think this live was going to be that long, because I thought I was just going to leave after SLC. It is so true, babe. You look good, and the rest, and child. I want to say something so bad. No, listen. Don't let you get more attention. Don't let your outfit really be it, and their outfits are just okay. And now they're mad at, they wore a flat and you wore a 5-inch heel, and they were plain Jane and now they're mad at you. Now they want to take you out because you look great, and they mess. That's why you're better off just going solo, and it's like, how are you mad? You wore what you wanted to wear. I wore what I wanted to wear. Why are you mad about that? We'll talk. But and that's why it's so funny when I see the girls online saying, "Oh, like when I go out, I'm not thinking about men or whatever." I'm like, this is too many stories. Like the math ain't mathing, because how come there's too many stories of girls trying to take each other out because their friend got more male attention at the club or at the bar, at the restaurant, but yet you're telling me online that we're all girls and we don't care about that? Stop it. So it's all talk for online, but we could talk about this. We could be on here for another 5 hours talking about this. You said I went to Puerto Vallarta twice in Vegas with friends over 20 years. I decided I'll never travel with them ever again. I'm sure you have a story to tell. You said I had to stop being friends with a girl who stopped talking to me over men who didn't even want them. She would always have an attitude when men would approach me, and not her when we would go out. And then they want to bust the night up. They want to cut the night short. They all of a sudden they're tired. They all of a sudden want to go home. You're having a good time dancing, talking. All of a sudden their stomach hurts. That's why I just roll solo, honey. I had a friend try to fight me on a trip too. I didn't know this was a trend. It's craziness. Craziness. Did you hear about a story where this one girl said her friends told her that she was too broke to hang with them because she wore clothes from Shein, but they made the same amount of money? No, I didn't hear about that. Child. Oh yes, the young lady who was in the they found her in the freezer in Chicago. Yes, that, and we still don't know the full story about that. A mess. Yes. Did you see the video of the blind girl's friend who left her because she wasn't getting male attention at the club? That is so wild to me. That is so wild to me. It's so sad. That story broke my heart. I was like, this is wild. Child. Is how girls are socialized. Not me, girl. Yes, and all of a sudden their ankles hurt and they're wearing flats. You're wearing flats. You're wearing flats. And your feet aren't hurting. Is there somebody named Aunt Jemima in the chat? Or is this because Jameer? Jameer, we're at the 3-hour mark. I think list, yeah, okay, Jameer. Okay, yes, all right. Okay, Jameer, thank you, Jameer. I knew it was a troll. Idiot. You have nothing better to do than troll. And the fact that that means that you've been a subscriber for a minute. Then they've been a subscriber for a minute. So you're able to comment, and you're going to comment. You're a racist. You've been a racist troll watching me now for quite some time. You really need help. You're a loser. Like, you do know you're a loser. You're a loser. You're in a dirty room somewhere. You're a loser. Like a loser. It's always a faceless profile. Exactly. Child, they must have been subscribed to me for quite some time, and they just decided today was the day that they were going to just get crazy. Oh, child, you missed a troll. A troll slipped on through here. You said I was looking for somebody named Aunt Jemima too. Oh my gosh, honey. Subscribing to a troll is a sickness. Oh, it is a sickness. Baby, when Wendy said that her team views your videos, some of them been here a minute. You're right. They're ruining faceless profiles for us. Oh my gosh. Disgusting, disrespectful demon. Some people hate watch for real. A slippery troll. It's sad. It's very sad. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. Oh, yes, no, for real. Let me go put up a picture. Oh gosh, hate watching for hours. I've never understood it as well. I've never understood it either. So that was what I was about to go there too. I was about to go there too. It's giving very much that. And that the good folks didn't have $600, if you know what I'm saying. That's what it's giving. I was gonna get really nasty and go there. I was gonna go really low and really just go off. You're in my head, because that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Very much that. Uh-huh. Yes. Very much that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Very much. Yeah. Didn't have $600. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. Child. We are only what, 14 days into 2026. Yeah, sometimes you gotta go there, Brooke. They are so nasty. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely correct. I can't stand jealousy and friendships because when I started getting social and was also getting at my awkward phase, they couldn't handle it. I shot up from 5'4" to over 6 feet, lost baby fat. Oh, I know. I know they were pressed. Oh, come through. Oh, okay. Come on, 6 feet. Oh, I know they were pressed. Oh, I know they were good. Oh, I know they were good and pressed. Oh, I know you had the good folks pressed. You're right. Racist troll. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're not doing racism ever. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely giving model. It's giving very much model. I know that's right. Yes, baby gorgeous in here. Yes. Like, can't be a troll without generational wealth or health. Yes, mother probably mad as hell they didn't go through with it. Exactly. Very much so. Very much so. That's what it gave. Child. So it does seem after last night, I don't know if I even want to bring up Christy and Desmond Scott, child. After last night's live, I don't even know if I want to talk about them. Oh gosh. Brooke, not to change the subject, but did you hear that Olandria is at the Bridgerton premiere? Relevant because we watched her firsthand deal with jealousy from the cast and the LI fan base. Oh, well, first of all, Olandria, that is my girl. Oh my gosh, I love her. Like, love her. I love how she has the good folks rattled. Like the racism, the trolls that come after her, like they are seething. I live. I'm so happy for her. I love her so much. You know who this raggedy self is heated. Oh, you know it. You said, oops, I forgot that quick. My bad. It's okay. Yes, and let's not go there again, honey. Last night was something else. Trigger words, girl. Don't do it, Brooke. James, just please, okay? Oh gosh. Lord have mercy, y'all. Yes, she looked gorgeous at the Golden Globes. That emerald dress on her, snatch. She looked so good. So good. You said that was awful racist crud. I left for like 5 minutes. What the hell happened? You keep leaving at like the craziest times. A racist came in here talking stupid. A racist came in here talking stupid. And me and my subscribers were like, yeah, you should have been swallowed. Yeah, that's what you missed. You keep missing the craziest things. Oh my gosh. Olandria is a dark-skinned, brilliant beauty. We are actively watching colorism and racism at work. Feels familiar. They are obsessed. You hear? You're right. You're right. Not us getting jumped in our own chat. The press was stunned at her beauty at the Golden Globes. Yes, they were. And all of the publications were writing up on her. They were just like Vanity Fair, Glamour, InStyle, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar. They were all writing about our girl. I said, that's right. You said... Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh my gosh. You said Jay's probably like, should have been what? You can't leave, blink, or use the bathroom. It'll go down and you miss it. Child, he's just trying to get a reaction out of you. Now, Jay, we don't see you in the same room as them. Jay, no. Not you low-key saying that Jay's behind this. Oh, I'm screaming. Jay, we're just joking. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Brooke, you're such a queen because you were trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. You were like, does anybody have that name? I just had to double check. Like, is anybody going by that username? You said, don't do me. Don't do me. Oh, gosh. Lord have mercy, Jesus. You said, yup, is now just wondering. Listen, honey, I told you, don't even say those 2 letters, okay? Oh, my gosh, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, guys, we just have a good old time, don't we? You guys have me screaming. Oh, you missed a lot, friend. You missed a lot. Some foolishness was afoot. Okay? Oh, gosh. Is anyone here an aunt and named Jemima? Oh, gosh. Absidef are the only letters that we see. I'm glad y'all said it because I was thinking it. Yes, honey. Olandria in that green dress looking like 28,000. Yes, honey. Oh, my gosh. But guys, you know. Oh, gosh. Oh, you said everybody get your alibis. Oh, no. Hey, Brooke, looking great. Finally here live. I've been outside. I know that's right. I was here the whole time. Okay, let me call Absidef Hennessy Jenkins. Oh, gosh. Okay, y'all. Y'all, we're going to end it right here. Thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed, guys. It's never a dull moment, okay? I do want to talk about Jennifer Williams and the RICO that hit her husband. This is a hot mess. We have a lot to talk about. There's so much going on. But y'all, we're going to end it here. Thank you all for joining me. I love y'all. We will talk very soon, but thank you all. Always a good time here, okay, guys? But I will see you all later, and we will talk again. Okay, bye, guys.